Ever watch porn?
So I'm like a music gal. Hi, I'm Jamie Lynn Sigler.
And I'm Robert Iler.
And this is our new podcast, Not Today, Pal.
And they found out that the chicken had a tumor and it was like pus. Not your favorite? They're going to ask us a question about Sopranos.
Let's split the difference and Jamie gets 1 point.
Give Rob his points. Like, why are you taking him away?
This is what he does. You have no idea what's about to happen.
I have no idea. I'm so excited, though. Available every Thursday wherever you get podcasts.
This week on First Date with Lauren Compton.
Both of my complaints from the last two girls I dated, they were like, we don't feel needed by you. And in my head, I was like, yeah, because you're not. Yeah, sorry, I know simple math.
I'm 35.
Okay, I would have guessed even younger.
It would take Really?
Yeah.
You're good. What is the sweetest thing you've ever done for someone?
I told them to delete my number. No.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Welcome to another episode of First Date. With me as your host, Lauren Compton. Today we have a super special guest. He was born and raised in New York. He lived in Las Vegas as a professional poker player, and he can eat an entire rotisserie chicken in one sitting. You may know him as AJ Soprano from The Sopranos, but he has transitioned to a full-time podcaster and has a podcast here at YMH Studios called Not Today, Pal. Give it up for Rob Iler.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, that's the first time they ever clapped for me. Even when I did my first pod, they didn't clap for me.
No?
No.
You got to earn it around
this
here.
Is good. Yeah.
Claps aren't given out.
Yeah, you got them like show dogs. You know?
I
You got
train
'em
them well.
performing.
I give them
Yeah,
treats.
That's good. Yeah, they talk shit to me, but you got them clapping.
If you bring them Terry Black's barbecue, they'll be your friend.
Oh.
So you know how? So the way that this show is going to work right now is we're going to talk about some dating stuff. I've got appetizer questions, main course questions, and then a dessert question to sweeten it up at the end. And I'm going to call out your red flags.
Great.
So I guess we'll go ahead and get started with some appetizer questions. What's your love language?
By the way, this is going to be I'm going to have a lot less red flags than I would have 10 years ago. I stopped drinking 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you could have done a podcast with like 26-year-old me, because it would have just been...
Should we role play and pretend you're 26?
I don't think you're going to like me. If I think this will be an 8-minute podcast. Yeah.
Amazing!
We could talk about it all. Sorry,
you-
what was the question you asked? I forget already.
You have to listen.
I know, I'm sorry.
That's a red flag.
You're right.
So what's your love language?
So I thought going into it I would be physical touch, but I'm actually quality time, just more than physical touch. But it's quality time and physical touch.
Yeah.
Are pretty high up there. But
We're going to get into some main course questions now. Do you have any fetishes?
no, I'm super like, again, I moved. So I went to Vegas for 2 weeks when I was like 25, and I stayed for a year and a half. So I came and I just like was like, I'm here, like I'm chilling here, and I got it all out of my system where now I'm like, my fetish now is like I want to be really nice to a girl and I want her to be really nice to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kindness is
Yeah,
key.
it's new because I didn't grow up around that, and I didn't like have it in my 20s.
Right.
So now I'm like, wow, it's really nice when someone just like, you care about someone and they care about you, and it's sweet, and that's my new thing.
Do you think that playing AJ Soprano has ever like translated into your real day-to-day life? Has like any of the tendencies that your character had?
I'm not that good of an actor. I'm like, oh, they're paying me. I go read this thing and then I go home. Like it wasn't my, like even like as soon as Sopranos was over, I was like, all right, I'm done. Like I told my manager, don't call me anymore. And
Have you always been a nice guy?
no, that's what I'm saying.
But that's really brand new.
Yeah. It's nice. It's like so about 4-5 years ago, I decided I was going to take a year off of having sex completely, no dating, no nothing. And just, I wanted to like change my relationship with sex and how I wanted to like feel like I did again when I was 17 and be like, oh my God, this is a nice, like, it's really sweet of you to sleep with me, instead of being like, yeah, like when do I come? Like,
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you just want to know what it feels like to be a simp.
No, no. I will never be walked over or this, but it's like I want it to be everything to be reciprocal. Like I want it to be like, hey, we're in this relationship because we both really want to be. Like both of my complaints from the last two girls I dated, they were like, we don't we don't feel needed by you. And in my head I was like, yeah, because you're not. But really I was like, well, the truth is like I don't need you, and that's what was part of that, spending that year alone was like I really realized like I don't need sex. I don't need a relationship. Like I want these things, and if I could have them in a healthy way in my life, like I think that's great, but there's no desperation anymore of like, man, am I going to get laid tonight? Like I don't have that thing that I used to have where I was like, oh, I need like, a woman has something over me, or instead it's just like this mutual thing where I'm like, wow, hey, we really get along. Let's see if we can have this like healthy thing and make it work. And yeah, but then women don't feel needed by me, which is apparently a problem.
I can see where that would be a problem.
Yeah, but they're wanted, which isn't that great? Like,
I think that it's important that everyone feels wanted, but it's also important that people feel needed too. Have you ever had a threesome?
Didn't you hear the other? I went to Vegas for
the way that you just reacted to that is a red flag.
I went to because
you
just
looked
said.
at me like I'm an idiot for asking you that.
I would have never.
Okay, listen, whore.
I would have never looked at you that way if I didn't say 5 minutes ago. I went to Vegas for 2 weeks and stayed alone for a year and a half. What do you think I was doing there?
I know now.
I wasn't trying to learn about hotels.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was having fun.
You were a poker player and you were playing your cards right.
Yeah. I was, but yeah, but honestly, I don't really like threesomes. It's hard enough dealing with one broad. I'm not trying to.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to like,
Yeah.
I don't like entertaining. Like, and a lot of times on dates, like I hate first date. This is the first date I've been on in 9 months, because like once I stopped dating the person I was dating before, I was like, I can't do it. I don't enjoy, because a lot of people are boring, and then you go on a date and you find like you're entertaining, and it's like, hey, I got out of the business years ago, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not here to fucking.
It's a red flag that you call people sweetheart.
Well, I don't, but that's
Do
like.
you say like honey and kid too?
No. But that's like when I'm talking like that, like, hey, I'm not here to fuck, and I don't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when you go on a date and
Cutie.
a girl. No, I'm not. That's like my dad. Like
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, that's not my shit.
I'm just saying how far I can push you.
Yeah, but I did hear you say you call your boyfriend daddy.
I do.
And the last relationship I had, there was like a mama dada thing that we did, but then one other one before that, I did it, but it's very like, it has to be the right thing. Like I've dated many women where like if that came up, I'd be like, oh, this is weird. But for some reason, the last one that I had, we got into this thing where it was like, okay, mama, like,
Yeah, what's up, mama?
Yeah.
This is the first relationship I've ever had where I've had the daddy thing.
Yeah.
The first one ever. Otherwise,
And then the first girl who we did it with, we stopped because it got weird, because there was one time like she'd always be like, okay, daddy, like, and all this stuff. And then one time like she was like, can you hear me? And I might have like pushed mute on the phone, and she was like, hello? She was like, dad? And I was like, dad? And I was like, and then I told her, I was like, I heard you. And she was like, heard me what? I was like, you said dad. Like, and then
I had a similar slip like 2 weeks ago. I was getting in the elevator and I was like, let's go, dad. And I said it, I felt like I felt like I hit a wall, because I didn't mean to say dad. It was just like I was being short for daddy.
Uh-huh.
And then he didn't acknowledge it. And then there was this awkward tension in the elevator where it's like he knew that I called him dad and I knew that I called him dad, and we couldn't. Then when the doors opened, it was like a sigh of relief, because it was just, that's an awkward fuck up.
And then when a girl calls you dad, you're like, should I be dressing different? Like, I'm like, should I be driving a certain kind of car?
New
like,
Balance.
Yeah, like I like dad. Like it felt so weird.
But then it also reminds you of what it's like to have a kid. How do you feel about kids?
Here's the deal. I don't want kids right now, but I feel like if I don't have kids, I'm gonna regret it when I'm 60.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I feel like I should have a kid, and I would. I don't know. It's tough because I'm very like selfish with my time, and I really appreciate like good sleep and things like that, where I'm like, I don't want to give up good sleep because I have a child. I don't want to give up these things that, because I haven't drank for 10 years. I've been basically sober. Some people argue not, because it's like, I'll fucking gamble and whatever, smoke
Well,
weed
it sounds
sometimes.
like 60's just around the corner for you.
Yeah. Oh, I'm such an old man. I really am. Like, I'm very...
Kids might be more in your future than you think.
No, but I'm very selfish with my time. Like, I don't want to do things that I don't want to do. That's probably like my biggest red flag. Is like when it's time to, and another probably huge red flag I have is I hate this whole traveling thing that every girl on every fucking dating app now is like, I don't like to travel. Like, I want my adventure partner. And I'm like, no. That's not no, sweetheart. That's not going on. That's not going on with me. Like, I don't find traveling fun. So like, yes, okay, if once a year, twice a year you want to travel, and like I'll do it, but don't expect me to be like, I'm super into this and making plans this, because I fucking hate it. I hate traveling. I hate being away from like ladies, what are you running from? That's what I want to know. Because all these women want to, oh my God, I just want to travel. I wait for to have a couple days off just so I can travel. And this is like, I love being home. I love my bed. I love I've set it up so where it's like, oh, this is my space. And then people just want to like get away from their space.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's probably a big red flag.
I don't know if it's a red flag that you like your personal space so much. Maybe if you were in love and wait, you're on a dating app, that's a red flag. Why are you on dating apps?
Yeah, but I'm on fucking Raya. Come on.
Yeah, I know. All the famous people are on Raya, we know. Have you ever found anyone on Raya?
Oh, yeah. The last girl I dated. Amazing.
And how
She was
long
great.
did that last?
But so I don't have any social media. And like that was something that she said in the beginning. And I was like, oh shit, like that's a big thing to me. Because I don't want to be on dates where the girl's like, hold on, I got to take a picture of our sushi for the 500 people who follow me. They think that like people care. I want to be like, no one fucking cares.
Yeah.
Like about what we're eating. Like, and I think there's like a delusional thing now where like people think that people care what they're eating and care about everything they're doing, and it's like, oh, we have to show everyone. And I'm like, it seems like I'm an outsider in this because everyone has social media and everyone does that. But as an outsider, it seems very fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like that people are like, oh, we're going through like a drive-through at whatever, and like show my drink, what I got to drink. I'm crazy, and it's like, you're just like everyone else behind us in this fucking line. Like, you got a drink that's on the menu. Everyone else can do, like, what's so unique about it? There's nothing unique about what you're doing right now.
It's that they're holding the Coca-Cola.
Right, and it's like, oh my God, I got the, like my mocha frap. It's like, ugh, and it makes me, so that I just decided, like, I'm not dating. I'm good now.
How long has it been since you've had sex?
8 months, maybe.
Wow, so
Something
you've
like
really
that.
gone a long time, and you don't drink alcohol?
No.
Do you smoke weed?
I'm not like anti-smoking weed, but I haven't done it since like, 7 months, 8 months. But like if it hits me, like if I'm like my last time I did, I was like at my friend's wedding, we were on a beach and it was like 2 a.m. and like the fucking Milky Way was above us and like the bioluminescent and I was like, yo, this is the time. Like I'm with my best friend. Like I was just his best man. We thought about it for I was like, and his wife, and it was so amazing. And it was like, this is great. But then like if I smoke weed just like sitting on my couch, I feel like a piece of shit. Because I did that for 20 years every day.
Right. What do girls think when you go on a date with them and then you tell them that you're not having sex?
Oh, no, that's not like if I went on a date tomorrow, I'd be like, if I'm into the girl, we'll have sex. Like, I'm not having sex. It was for that year I wasn't having sex. And then COVID hit. So it became like 2 years or some shit. Like, it was,
wow.
It was and it just like, and it went from a thing where like before that I was like, I can't go without sex. You know what I mean? Like, I need, like, it was something that I thought I needed. And then like, I just wanted to, I was moving to Vegas for the second time, but sober just to play poker. And I was like, since I'm going to be there, like, I'm not going to find any girls in Vegas that we have common interests right now because I'm trying to like change my life and get better and do all this stuff. So I was like, I'm just going to work out every day. I'm going to meditate. I'm going to like try and change my life. I want to like learn how to cook and like just,
Yeah. I've thought about that, because they say that it's like, it's good and it's healthy to like have that time for yourself and like try to be a whole person and like really work on yourself. But if I did that, I'd be 40.
How old? You're 39, 38?
Get off my set.
You just said
Leave.
it. You just said if I didn't have sex for a year, I'd be 40. Sorry, I know simple math.
I'm 35.
Okay, I would have guessed even younger.
It would take 5. Really?
Yeah,
You're good.
thanks. Yeah. And I haven't even done this shit in 9 months.
Man, you're crushing this first
Yeah.
date.
When I'm in the fucking groove, woo! Yeah.
Yeah, I had a friend recently that was at a party and she kept saying how old she felt she was. She was like, I'm so old. And one of my friends was like, how old are you? Like 43? And she was like 30. It's, girls, you got to be careful when you're saying how old you are. I just learned my lesson the hard way.
It's very weird as like a dude because there's no like if somebody was like, "Hey, are you 50?" I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm 38." Like I there's zero like I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's just
It seems like you don't care about a lot.
very true.
That's a red flag.
Yeah. But when I do care, I care. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
you
that's,
care a lot.
And that's why it's like I can't care about everything because then I would be my whole like I wouldn't be able to accomplish anything.
Right.
You know, like when I care, it's like it's so. I was actually thinking the other day, like, what's more important to me than my life? Like, what's the most important shit? And I was like, I think being a loyal friend to like my best friends or like people in my life who I feel like deserve it is probably the only thing to me that's like more important than my life. You know, besides like the world or like, you know, some big grand thing of like, you know, like, and peace in the world or this, but it's like being a, you know, the loyalty that, you know, my best friend has been my best friend for over 30 years. So like the loyalty I feel like he deserves from me and that I as a person should show, like that is one of the few things I could think of that was the first thing I thought of that was like, that's more important than my life to me.
Yeah. Well, this conversation's going way too well. So back when you were in your early 20s and you were drinking, what did a relationship look like with you?
So I was raised in a home where I learned to argue in what a healthy person would say is the wrong way,
Okay.
which is once the argument begins, you can say anything because you're arguing.
Yeah.
You know what I
Free
mean?
for all.
Right. It's like no, but and then like the next day it's like, well, you said this. I'm like, we were fighting. Like it was in a fight. And I swear this is from the time I was 5. Like I was really fat when I was 12 years old. No one ever made fun of me because I was like a fucking ninja. Like verbally, I could just crush anyone.
Ninja karate chop someone to shreds.
It was just I just always had that sword and it was always on my back. Like it wasn't like, oh, it had to work up to this. It was like, because that's how my house was growing up.
Man, so you would say some fucked up shit.
I remember one time I was and this was the girl who told me like, you can't speak to people that way. And it like, no one ever said that to me. And it hit me like a fucking ton of bricks where we were on her couch and I was watching something. And she was like, can you put that a little lower? And I took a second. I assessed how loud the show was. And I was like, no. Like, I can't put it lower. I feel like if I put it any lower, I won't hear it. And I feel like it's not that loud. So no. And then I kept watching. And she was like, and like said something like to me. And I was like, this is why your whole family hates you. And she like, it really hit her. And I was like, oh, we're fighting. Like we're starting to fight. Like I just went. Like, I don't like to go from like 1 to 10 to 20. I'm like, let's go from 1 to 100.
Right.
Let's end this in
Why wait?
2 minutes. Yeah. And she was like, do you care about me? And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, you can't speak to, like, you shouldn't speak to people you care about that way. And it was the first time that dawned on me.
And then what happened?
And then that was kind of like, you know, like right as or before I got sober. And that started this whole journey where I started like yoga and meditation and this and really started like, I think when you're such an addict and like so into pills and alcohol and this, it's one of the things you have to admit is like, hey, I'm a sensitive person. And a lot of this stuff I'm doing is to not feel this stuff. Because like I said, if I cared about everything.
It's numbing.
Right. It's your way of numbing. Yeah. So like as I got sober, I had to start dealing with my feelings and I wanted to do that in a healthy way. And you start learning all this stuff. Then I'm like, yeah, why would I ever want to speak to someone that way or speak to someone I care about that way or this? But again, in the way that I grew up, like that's what you just thought was normal. Like that's how everyone spoke to everyone. Like it was like I hear people in my family now say things to each other where I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. But then I'm like, oh yeah, that's like, it's a Tuesday lunch at lunch. Like that's how they speak to each other. And I'm so far away from that now that like it's when it I'm like, holy shit. Like when you hear it, you're like, man, that was how I was living. Like it's crazy.
Well, you were telling me right before we got on this show, and I want to revisit this because I actually think it's pretty interesting. So you went on, you say that like during a date you like to move a lot. You're very fidgety.
Oh no, not on a date. It just that's me.
Just in general.
Even sitting alone on my couch. Like I'm not somebody who like sits still.
You've been pretty still. You're also locked into this chair.
Right, yeah. And like this is right in front of my face. Like there's not much I can do here. But I was just sitting here like this the whole pod. Yeah, like go on. Like sorry, this is my shit. Yeah.
Tell me the story about this girl in the movie theater.
So yeah, I was on a date, and like 10 minutes into the movie, I realized like, as I'm moving around and I'm like doing this, and all of a sudden I'm like, man, this chick hasn't moved. Like she just had like the whole time. And then like minute 30, minute 40, minute 50, now I'm not even watching the movie. I'm just like, is she gonna move? Like, and no, like credits roll and she's like, okay, like, and I'm like, is this a robot? Am I on a date with a robot? And she was like, but I had actually known her for a while. Like I wouldn't go on a fucking first date to a movie. It's corny, but because you want to speak, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, wow, I never noticed. Like and now in my head, I'm like, do I move a lot? And like most people sit still for 2 hours. Like I know I move more than most, but that's crazy, right? Like
I find it very hard to sit still for that long as well.
Yeah.
But I also find it, how do you feel, before I throw myself under the bus, how do you feel about people that talk during a movie?
It depends what the talking is. You know what I mean? If you're like,
Just
if you want to
like-
like talk about your day, it's like, get the fuck out of here. Like, what are you, nuts? But if, and if you missed something, that's all good. But if you missed something because you were on your phone, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Like I'm not, you're done then. Unless we're home. If we're home, like I'll rewind all this or that. But like if we're in a movie theater, which I don't want to go to a movie theater anyway, I'm like, let's not talk now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Just
talk
move.
a lot
You can
during
move
movies?
all you want.
Oh yeah,
but-
feel free. Yeah. But so do you talk during movies?
No, but I am on my phone. But I also don't go to theaters. I don't go to movie theaters, but at home,
That would drive me nuts.
I love to listen to it in the background, and then I just glance up during an entertaining part, and then I just go right back to playing Candy Crush.
Wow. So you want to hear what would happen if we were dating?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you said, babe, do you hear what I said? I said, babe, I'm always listening. That's what I'd say. And you say, but so if you were trying to engage with me on something that was important to you, and I was like, ooh, I just fucking beat a level on Candy Crush.
I'd be like, which one?
Oh, that is such bullshit.
I would.
That is such bullshit.
And you know what?
So you come in, you're like, oh my God, you're like, my cat died. And I'm like, dude, have you seen this new, like, whatever?
Well, see, the thing is with Candy Crush, you hit milestones and then you get treats. And so your treats can last like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, and you get to use all the candies without having to watch the ads. And if my cat died, which I hate cats, so I'd be like, thank
Me
God.
too, flea allergic.
But same.
Yeah.
So I would just say, like, did you get any free treats for us?
Well, here's the thing. Since I'm a straight male, I wouldn't be playing Candy Crush. I'd actually be betting on sports and shit.
Yeah.
So like that's what I would be doing. You know what I mean? Like I'd be like, babe, there's 10 fucking minutes left in the thing, but I wouldn't even have to stop you, right? Because I could listen and watch at the same time.
Yeah.
So you don't care.
I
Is
don't
that what
care.
you're saying?
Yeah, I'd be like, that's fine.
By the way,
I fully believe you.
That's a red flag.
That's not a red flag. This is my show.
I'm flipping the script on you.
You don't
That's
get to
a
do
red
that.
flag.
Nope.
If you don't demand someone's attention when you're talking to them about something important to them, if you think it's okay that a guy could be on his phone when you're saying something that's important to you, that's a red flag.
I disagree.
You deserve more.
I don't. But
Probably.
also, but I've got like a weird fucked up issue too. Where
Yeah, I can tell. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a reason why
Obvious.
you work here. Yeah, you
got a lot
can't be
in
normal
common.
and yeah. What do you feel like is your?
Shh.
Oh, come on. If you, you're a fun date.
How many credit cards do you have in your wallet?
I don't have a wallet. I have one credit card in my pocket, and baby, it always works. So that's all I need. You feel me? If you date a guy with 2 credit cards, he ain't shit. He's worried about his credit. That's the problem. How many cards I got? 1.
Is it black?
Yeah, of course. Come come on. It's not a black card, but it's black.
Okay.
I think. I don't even, yeah.
It's just dark blue.
Yeah. It, oh, we have a problem. It works, yeah. I only have one credit card in my pocket.
What do you think your other red flags are?
I mean, the fact that who I was from the time I was 12 until 28 was like, it was either drinking or doing drugs pretty much every day and just kept getting like deeper and deeper into a, addict thing where like everything just became.
I would just say you have a past.
Yeah. But I think that's, it's one of these corny things like that's what makes me who I am today. But like it is like that's the I was talking to this girl who I used to date the other day, and she was saying that both of us are the same. We're a house that's ready to be moved into, but it's a very specific house. But when
Right.
somebody sees that, they're like, oh, I'm turnkey. Like I can go today. But it's like the one house in, Venice where it's like, oh, I don't know. It's like Japanese motif. And there's like this, and people are like, what? This is going to be hard to sell. But then somebody walks in, they're like, this is my house. And that's how I feel like I am. And she said, I am. So I'm like, oh yeah, that feels really right. Like it's like I'm ready to go, but it's just for that specific person. Like I think again, a girl who like loves to travel and Instagram and this, like she would hate dating me.
How do you break up with someone?
It depends.
Are you a ghoster?
Never. I would never ever do that. I could never do that. No.
You
Here's another problem. When you're sober, you feel everything. So it's not like I could go somewhere and call my friend and be like, yo, you want to go have a drink? You want to go do this? It's like if I go somebody, I feel that until I fix it. You know what I mean? Until like not that I would ever go someone, but there's other things that happen where you're like, I can't be a shitty person because it really sticks with me. Like when you're fucking sober, there's no distraction to be like, your friend's like, oh, let's go out tonight. And then you're like, oh yeah, I fucking ghosted. Like when I was 24, sure. You know what I mean? Like there was a time where when I first started going out, like cell phones were barely a thing. People didn't always have cell phones on them, or like your cell phone would be dead and you didn't care. It wasn't like, oh my God, do you have a charger?
Yeah.
Like, it was like, yeah, who gives a fuck? So yeah, there were totally times where it was like, I would meet a girl and you hook up and then this, and then 3 nights later you're out with another girl and then you're like, oh, hey, like, and then she thought it was going to be something more. And by the way, like vice versa, you know what I mean? Like, because there wasn't this constant line of communication that there is today of like, within 3 days, you know everything about this person, and you're just like, oh, I met somebody and we had a good time, and then I thought it was one thing and they thought it was another, and then it happened. They just see you at a bar and it's like, hey, this is weird, like, and you're like, oh, it is. Like, what do you think? Have you broken up with? I heard how you broke up with your husband. That was cool.
Yeah,
That was dope. I like that.
Thank you.
But how do you feel? What do you feel like is the appropriate?
Well, I don't like to live with regret.
Yeah.
And so I'm very conscious of the way that I let people go. And it usually hurts me a lot because I try to come from such an honest place.
Yeah.
But this show is about you today, not me. So
I've always wanted to go on a date where I don't have to ask them any fucking questions. I mean, I'm
you don't
just
have to ask me shit.
That's why I haven't been on a date in 9 months. I just don't want to ask a broad. Like, so what are you?
Yeah, what's your favorite
Where'd you get your hair
color?
done today?
You
It
look
looks
so
so pretty. Those
cute.
earrings. Oh, it's like, shut up. Yeah.
Yeah. If so, this is one of the last questions I ask you. I got 2 more questions for you. So,
Yeah.
So, let's say you go on a date. You're sober. You don't drink, and the other girl gets a cocktail and then gets another cocktail, and she drinks.
Done. It's over. I established before we. Sorry, were you done with the question?
Yeah.
I established beforehand, like, hey, I'm sober, and like, if you have a glass of wine or you drink, like, that's cool, but I'm not like into being around drunk
People.
No, people is one thing, but like if I'm
date.
dating you and we're just getting to know each other, like listen, if we go to your sister's wedding and you get drunk, it's like, yeah, babe, come on, I'll take care of you, make sure you're all right. But if it's like, hey, we're just meeting and you're drunk, like that happened to me in New York. I went on a date and she's like, oh, I don't really drink. And then like
Plot twist.
5 tequilas later, we're walking out of the restaurant. She's like, we gotta go to Dwayne Reed so I can get cigarettes. I was like, goodbye. Like I was like, you go into Dwayne Reed. I'll wait out here. And by out
Yeah.
here, I mean down the train station and gone.
Wow. So did you leave?
No. I knew her. Like we had been friends before, so I wasn't gonna just bounce on her.
Yeah.
But yeah, if there was a girl who like told me she didn't drink and then went out and she got drunk, I would not feel bad just bouncing.
All right. Well, I know you have to get out of here. I appreciate your time.
Next time, you have unlimited time.
I know. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're going to be back. Last question, the dessert question. We can make it short. You have one sentence. What is the sweetest thing you've ever done for someone?
I told them to delete my number. No.
That's actually the best answer I've had so far.
No. Well, I don't know, like ever. I mean, it's a long thing to think about, but I can tell you the last girl I dated. We were in LA and she was like, I've always wanted to go to Santa Barbara. So I booked a week trip for us to Santa Barbara and I sent her an Airbnb of like this shitty little place. Oh, you just got like a lump in your throat when I said like a shitty Airbnb. Yeah.
I'm like, this is supposed to be sweet.
Yeah. And I sent her like an Airbnb of this like really whack place. And I was like, yeah, but we will be out a lot and we'll like make it, we'll make it fun and whatever. And then when like we pulled up in the car, it was like a beautiful house. And, like beautiful backyard with a hot tub and like multiple bedroom and like a really, really nice place and like on the beach and just like, and we had like a great time. And
that is sweet.
I'm a sweet guy with a credit card that works every time.
So sweet. All right. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Where can so people can't find you?
No.
You'll be
I'm
in
off
your
the
house,
grid.
off the grid.
Yeah.
But they can find you
Right here.
Right here at YMH on the new podcast, Not Today, Pal.
Not today, pal.
Not Today, Pal. You can listen to that anywhere that you listen to podcasts.
And can I just say shout out to Tom Segura because since he started testosterone, the amount of women who work here has gone up by like 800%. So I just want to say thanks, Tom. Keep shooting in the buddy, whatever you do. Yeah. It's fucking great.
I'm truly soaking it up.
First time I came to YMH, it was just like Nadav. You
Right.
know what I mean? It was just like, but it was a boy. Like when I went into the bathroom, someone just shaved and there was like hair all over the sink and like the razor. And I was like, oh, like, okay, which I'm cool with, but like to how it is now, like you're in a fucking dress and you have jewelry. Like this is way to go, Tom.
Thank you.
Yes.
And thank you guys for watching another episode of First Date with me as your host, Lauren Compton. I'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.
First date.
Your parents are your roommates?
First date.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Hello, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of First Date. My guest today is a comedian and an actor. You can see him in Denver at the end of this month at Comedy Works. Give it up for Steve Ranazizi.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Nice to be here.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I was just telling you before, I just came from Terry Black's barbecue. So
Yeah.
This could be a short interview.
What'd you have?
I may have to get out of here real quickly. I ate a lot.
Yeah.
And it's like you want to do everything when you come to Austin. That's always something I want to do, but my scheduling, like to do it before a podcast or an interview, probably wasn't the best planning.
It's brave.
Yeah, and I didn't like let's like throttle down because we've got something.
No.
I hit the gas full
Good.
go.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, so I said like you could either explode or I could explode in this podcast. You
They-
could have a baby, or I could give a brisket baby out my butt.
Yeah.
So
Either way, they'll smell the same.
yep, and they'll keep the cameras rolling if either of those things happen.
Oh, for sure. We like viral moments over here.
yeah, that's going to be well worth. We should put that behind a paywall.
Yeah, absolutely.
One of us actually,
sure.
explodes
Yeah.
on the podcast for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in a great nursing gown, so
No, I mean,
it's just like it's a onesie thing, easily.
let me tell you, if guys, we would be naked, like you'd be in like a Bert, like Bert. You would be in like a little banana hammock.
I
And that
can't
would
believe
be
I'm getting
like the
compared to Bert right now.
No, but like the last, I'm saying you have like self-respect,
Yeah.
and like so you're like
That is different.
I'm gonna wear whatever's comfortable to cover up what
Right.
but like if men like the last 2 weeks you said you're uncomfortable, like we would be in just a Speedo, and I would just be like out like Jabba the Hutt out here and with no shame whatsoever.
But you have 2 kids.
Yeah.
So you've seen her give birth.
Yeah,
Do
twice.
you think that men could handle it?
Yeah, I mean, like the first one, yes. The first ones are going to be real bad. Like the first guys to do it are not going to be great. But we'll get like, they sent us into coal mines and into war and stuff, so we'll figure it out. We're going to complain more about it. I mean, it's going to be, and of course, as soon as men could get pregnant, then they'll figure out a way to like just get the baby out without you even knowing it happened.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think you
That's
guys
a
are
real
better
dick
suited
move
for it. Yeah.
to do that. No
Yeah.
pun intended.
Well, I mean, yes, I think you guys are the better version of people to be able to give birth than men. Women. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like I think you guys,
yeah.
for all the reasons that are obvious.
Yeah. I was thinking about it the other day and I'm like, the reason that behind the pain in childbirth is because that bitch Eve ate an apple.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I went to Catholic school, but like,
Yeah, that's the whole reason behind Christianity's.
was because they
Because
didn't have
Eve-
parts before she ate the apple?
No. So Eve ate the apple.
Yeah.
And God said that if you ate the apple from the tree, that you would be punished. And the
Yeah, the
snake was
snake
like,
said that. Yeah,
eat
yeah.
the apple. Like, was there nothing else in this garden that she wanted to eat? Anyway, she ate the apple, and then God was like, because you did that, women from now on, because you will have pain during childbirth.
Really? Wait, hold on. Before that, it was just going to be like a delivering a package,
like you're just
like easy, like taking a crap or peeing,
done,
like taking a crap or peeing.
So
but because she did that was the punishment.
Yeah,
That sounds right. That sounds very
isn't
Catholic.
that fucked up?
Yeah, that sounds pretty Catholic to me.
God.
I never heard that.
And you want to know the one thing I've been craving this whole pregnancy?
Meatloaf?
Apples.
Why can't you eat apples?
It's just a bad memory. Every time I eat an apple, I'm
really?
like, this is why
Really?
this is gonna suck.
It does. I mean, some people have a great time with it. Some people this is the best. Like, I know I've heard some women be like, I loved being pregnant the entire time. I felt like they get sad when they're not.
Yeah, they are also serial killers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't look awesome. I'm going to be honest with you. I
Yeah.
mean, you look great, but it doesn't look
It's
fun.
not fun.
No, not at all.
No.
My wife hated it. My wife had the thing where I can't remember the name of it. The princess had it as well, where you throw up like the moment she finds out she's pregnant.
Nausea?
No, no. I'm talking 24/7, like the flu. That's how she spent her entire pregnancy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like when you wake up, your eyes open up, and then you throw up, and then you throw up an hour later, and you just feel like dead to the world.
Yeah.
And so when she gave birth, she was so excited because like that was over then, that was done, and then like thank goodness, the birth was easy. Like,
oh, good. She deserved that.
yeah, like the water breaks, and then it doesn't happen right away.
No, I know.
Like my first son that was born, I had scheduled a colonic that day. That's when they were very popular, right? Everybody was getting colonics. So it was like this guy was the guy to go to, like and it was hard to get in like a month out.
Man.
So she's like, she goes, I just took a shower. My water broke. She goes, but I don't feel anything. And I was like, okay, all right. I go, we should go to the hospital. She's like, okay. I'm like, but I'll be back in like an hour and a half. I have to go run to this appointment, get my colonic, and then I come back, and then we're set. We'll go. And she's like, what? You're good? I go, yeah. I'm like, this, because we have time. Like, I know you're not going to give birth in like the next hour.
Yeah.
And I really need this appointment, like to try to get this appointment, like pushed
You
again.
had to go. You had stuff. You had shit
everyone
to do.
is suffering. So we have to, we have to make. So I got my colonic, came back, and she had the bag ready to go, and then we went to the hospital. But it was like 7, 8, 10 hours of just sitting there waiting. And then they get closer and closer, and then 7 pushes right out the door.
Dang.
Yep.
And that was the first or second?
First. Second one was pretty similar to that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the second one was like not like 4 to 5 days late after the.
Oh,
and she was like,
really?
yeah, it's time to go. And then like they gave her like I think it's Pitocin or something like that.
Yeah.
It kind of speeds it up and then
Yeah.
it gets it going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you're ready.
I know.
Like at this point, like there's nothing. Like if you had birth right now, there would be nothing
None
wrong.
of us would
and I'm
be
not
shocked.
a doctor, but like there would be nothing. Like
we'd be like,
the baby's done cooking.
Paywall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's over. So it's just a matter of like when it wants to come out.
Yeah, yeah. I have conversations with him all the time. I'm like,
Really?
anytime you're ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I poke him, and then he kicks me.
What are you most excited about? You asked me like, because I told you my sons were 16. You're like, that's awesome. But I'm like, new baby smell. There's nothing better.
The first thing I want to do is put him in jujitsu classes. I'm going to train a bodyguard.
Interesting.
So I'm going to have like my own security everywhere I go.
Okay.
And I'm going to make sure that this guy is like
A tough.
a badass.
Yeah. Nothing. No values put inside of him. Whatever.
Oh,
none
yeah.
of
No,
that.
I didn't really think about that
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
I'm just,
no
yeah.
intelligence. Just straight up.
I'm going to make sure that he can clean up after himself. We're
Okay.
going to do chores and manners. I like, yes, ma'am, thank you.
Yep.
No.
Politeness.
Yeah. So stuff like that. And then, I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out as we go. But
Yeah,
those are
that's
my,
how you do
those,
it.
yeah.
You know, no one ever is like.
I want
oh,
like the Southern charm.
Yeah, you'll get that. You're
And
living
yeah.
down here.
And so as long as he grows up to be protective and kind.
Yeah, that seems pretty reasonable goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all you really like. A good person. It would be yes. If you get the lottery and there's some sort of genetic freak and they can play a sport or do
Yeah,
something like that, or
then
their
cool.
brain is bigger than everyone else's.
But like I'm cool with jujitsu.
Yeah, give me public school fine.
Yeah.
That's all I'm looking for, and
We'll
I got
see what
that. It's
happens from
great.
there.
Yeah. Are you like excited about like something that like you've been like waiting for the baby, like changing diapers or anything like that, or like I don't know.
Right now I'm just excited to get him out of me.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like just
Are you 100%? Are you going out the old school way, or are you gonna do the C-section,
Oh no, I'm doing a home birth.
home birth
Yeah.
at home?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've always wondered how those go.
I'll let you know.
Do they have YouTube videos on how on like
Yeah.
bad, like
Oh,
bad?
yeah.
Do they show you like?
You can go on Instagram and you can see people giving birth. Like Instagram, no censorship. Like me, if I tried to post a sexy picture and my belly button's out, I have to like blur my belly button or I get canceled.
Yep.
But on these home birth sites, there's like pain-free birth and all this stuff. You can see straight up a baby coming out.
Are you filming it?
No.
Okay. I'm
No.
so, I'm,
No,
that was
no.
legitimate. Like
Legit, that's
some
a
people
great
want.
question, but no.
Okay.
I don't want.
Do you have Ring cameras in the house that maybe we'll just capture
No.
it secondhand? Okay. All right. I mean, yeah, I did not. There was no like. We were in a hospital. I didn't really like take any pictures or any of that stuff. Like
Yeah.
afterwards, when everyone was like fine
You're
and taking
in
pictures.
shock, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I
the whole
wasn't
time
like
you're
one of
like,
those guys that was like, look at us, we're live. You know, like dude,
Yeah,
I was like,
that's how you're still married.
yeah, I was holding a foot because I'm up north, and then she just said the craziest shit I've ever heard. She was like, she goes, thank God I'm a good swimmer. And I was like, yes, babe, you're a great swimmer. I don't even know. That like she would say, oh, I swim. I go, you're the best swimmer I know. And then later on, she's like, I said that because I was holding my breath. She felt she could hold her breath long and really give a good push on the contraction.
Oh,
but like that's what but in the moment, I was like, I don't even know what. I'm like, swim as fast as you can. Swim forever, babe. You're like a dolphin. I love
Let's
it.
go, Michael Phelps.
Yeah, so that's all I did. I was encouraging. Then you go over. Then they bring it over to another area to count everything. I went over with air, and then I made the mistake of. My wife goes, "Is everything great?" I turned around and go, "Everything's great," and then I saw the business end.
Oh.
And that was like a split second, and I was like, I went right back to like the baby and the beautifulness. But it was a split second of like,
wow,
yeah, the whole why the sheet and everything is down there.
Yeah.
But you're gonna, it's all out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be in a pool.
Okay.
We have like a little
I get like
the
a
pool thing,
hot tub.
So and it'll be dark.
Yep.
There'll be candles, so it's not going to be like
Is your house clean?
very.
Is it always clean, or like are you
No.
like I have to clean it every day now because who knows when I'm gonna pop?
I've been having my house cleaners come over like every 3 days.
Smart.
Just to keep it like extra fresh.
Who cleans up the after? The house cleaners or does like the
Midwives.
midwife is like, this is part of my thing too.
Yeah.
Is that I will.
You would be shocked at how big of an operation it is to
I'm not.
do a home birth. It's like the hospital comes to you.
Yeah.
It's that much stuff.
But it wasn't always that way. My wife's grandmother just turned 100 last week, right? And so we went to a little birthday party for her, and the news came, and they were like,
awesome.
yeah, the new the Long Island news came, and so they were like, they were asking her questions, and one of the questions they asked, were you born in a hospital? And I didn't think about that. Jimmy Carter just died, and he was the last president to not be born in a hospital, and her grandmother was not born in a hospital. She was one of 8. She was the youngest of 8 children, and they couldn't afford it. They couldn't, like, by the 8th one, they couldn't afford it, and they
Yeah.
already knew what they were doing. So they just literally gave birth to her in the living room.
Wow.
The parents and maybe like a friend that like knew medicine a little bit, and that was
Yeah.
it. So it's really like it's always been going on. It doesn't seem.
Yeah.
It seems weird now because, like, I mean, to me, I was nervous. I mean, if anything goes wrong, I don't know. I'm not the person to be in a house. Like, I would freak out. I would run to my room and just start crying, like in my room. Like, at least in a hospital, other people like
Handle it.
Yes, handle it. But
Yeah. Let's be real. 2025's been all about change. Whether it's work, personal stuff, or just the daily grind, it can be hard to keep up. But here's the deal. When things get hectic, we don't have to go through it alone. Embrace the power of nature and elevate your everyday with Via. Trusted by over 500,000 customers, Via is your all-in-one wellness solution. Whether you want better sleep, sharper focus, faster recovery, or just a good high, their products, ranging from 0 to 100 milligrams of THC, let you choose your own path. I'm personally excited to try their CBD products just as soon as I can. If you're 21 or older, check out the link to Via in our description and use the code DATE to receive 15% off. And if you're new to Via, get a free gift of your choice. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Enhance your everyday with Via. When you think of businesses skyrocketing in sales, like Aloe, Allbirds, or Skims, you naturally think of amazing products like cool brands and brilliant marketing. But what's often overlooked is the powerful platform behind the businesses, making selling and shopping seamless. For millions of companies, that platform is Shopify. Nobody does selling better than Shopify. It's home to the #1 checkout in the world and the not-so-secret secret. With Shop Pay, that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're serious about growing your business, your commerce platform needs to be ready to sell wherever your customers are. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout Aloe and Skims use. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/date, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/date to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/date. I have a group of midwives and it's like 4 of them. And they
Yeah.
work as a team and there's a Google Calendar. So
Yup.
when you go into labor, you call the person on call.
they got it all handled.
Yeah. And then 2 of them come. And then I have I call it my Dexter murder box.
Oh yeah, like a go bag.
And it was all the stuff that I had to order to do the home birth. It's
Yup.
like all the medical stuff and all the stuff.
just-
I've got a pool. I already
Is it
have
already set up? That's another thing. I'm like,
and it's inflatable, so we had to blow it up and make sure that it worked
yep.
because you don't want to
Who needs a raft problem in the middle of?
labor.
Yeah, you'll be sitting in the
So
living
you
room
had
on
to
the floor.
blow it up, and then you deflate it and whatever.
Uh-huh.
So that's like chilling in my living room.
How are we filling it? Hose? They got the hose in there, or
There's a 55-foot hose that goes from my shower head all the way through my room to my living room into the pool.
really? Is
Yeah.
that already set up too?
I mean, it's not
Yeah, we
set
just gotta
up, but
hook
there's
it
an
up, boom.
attachment, and all you do is
Wow.
put it on.
Yep.
When
Do
I
they have like jets? Is it like a jacuzzi tub? Like,
No,
can
it's-
you sit in there and like?
it's just like a kid's tall inflatable pool. I had to get a kettle So the water has to stay somewhere around like 95 degrees.
Yeah. Otherwise.
And labor is long.
Yep.
But you can get in and out of the water, and you can have this kettle, and you pour hot
And you're
water
naked,
in.
right?
I'll probably have a sports bra on.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, there's nothing downstairs.
Yeah.
And then,
Wow.
and that is the epidural. The
oh,
water.
yeah, I didn't think about that. Yes.
So the water helps relieve contractions.
Mm-hmm.
This is like a birthing podcast for the last couple of these. People are
I
gonna be
feel
like,
terrible.
I want to
Yeah,
know
yeah.
about your dating life.
Yeah, no. I
and
mean,
all
it's
we're
pretty
doing is
boring. I
talking
met my
about-
wife in college, and I dry humped her at the bar with no consent to R. Kelly's Bump and Grind in 1997. So, that's how we met. But yeah, at any moment you could give birth, and that's pretty freaking cool. And you're gonna do it at your house in a kid's tub. That's sick.
Yeah.
All right, with no drugs.
No drugs.
That's crazy talk to me.
Yeah, and
I get that shot.
there's so many. Oh, my boyfriend is like, I'm gonna open a bottle of 1987, the year you were born, and while you're giving, I'm like, no, you're fucking not, dude. You will not be drinking a super expensive bottle of wine while I'm giving birth.
That's the cool thing about having an at-home birth. You can drink. You
Yeah,
can drink.
he's like-
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, he's
I
like-
had to sneak booze and edibles into the hospital.
No, he wants to he's like, I'm gonna lay back. I'm gonna let you do your thing.
Wow. Well, because it's really, what, let you do your thing. What is he going to do?
That's what he says. And
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
know.
I don't know. You could hold my hand. He's like, I got two.
Yeah. I mean, look, but then again, in that moment, you could plan whatever you want. But when you're there, like, I didn't know I was going to be holding a foot and telling her that she was like a dolphin. But in that moment, that's what it required. So
Yeah.
I guess this is like a thing where you'll make the best plans, but whatever happens in the moment, you're going to deal
Yeah,
with it.
you go with it.
That's awesome. I mean,
How old are your kids?
16 is my oldest. He just turned 16 2 weeks ago.
What does he want to be?
Like probably like some sort of marketing person or branding or like influencer. Not influencer in the sense of like hey, what's up?
Instagram?
Yes, but like that sort of that world. But then again, nothing right now.
Okay.
He's in 10th grade. He's like,
Does it get easier as they get older?
like easier in a sense of like I don't have to like time wise like I can text and they're on their own. They're settled. They have their own things going on. Like I could have my own time, but it never gets easier as far as worrying. Like I'm teaching him how to drive right now.
Is that scary?
It's the scariest thing. Like, you know how to drive? I know how to drive. I'm a great driver, but I don't know how to teach anyone how to drive. Like he was like, Dad, can we go? He got his permit and he goes, can we go driving? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. But I had a YouTube, like a video of like, how do you teach your kid how to drive?
How do you teach your kid how to drive?
Because he would be driving. I'm like, oh, you're doing great. He's like, how fast do I go? And I was like, I would like just feel it out. Like I would say like, he's like, feel it out. And he was like, you don't know. Like, Dad, when do I brake? I'm like, when you get scared. Like when you're like, it's time. Like we're getting close. Like you'll know. Like you don't know how to explain the little nuances of what it is.
Do you let him like listen to music while he's driving?
Right now, no. We're doing like only. We live in a suburb, so like only side roads with like 35 miles an hour up to a 4-way stop sign. 35 miles an hour up to a 4-way stop sign.
Are you making him do the 10 and 2?
Oh, all that's got to be done. Like that's all got to be done. But
he's
like,
no gangster right now.
No, we have two hands on the wheel. But like he's got questions. But in the moment when he has them, like we pulled up to a 4-way stop, 3, 4. We got to the one where everyone pulls up at the same time, and he's like, who goes first? I go, whoever's the angriest. Whoever looks the most angry, they go first, dude. Like you may think you have the right of way, but someone will plow into you because it's just that day.
Yeah.
That's how it works. I go, you gotta balance the rules of the road and what is right with like what is really happening.
I would love to see you do a sketch where you have a clipboard and you're like playing the DMV.
Oh, the guy that
The
gives
guy
the test?
that like
yeah,
gives
yeah.
the test.
Yeah, I mean,
But give it wrong.
yeah.
Whoever gets the angriest, like stuff like that would be an amazing.
Well, that's what it is. Yeah, like why do we use our blinker? He's like, when, like how far away should I go? Well, you use it so that when you like, he goes, can I? Because he was like close. He goes, can I use my blinker and get over? I go, well, use it, And then when you cut someone off, that's how like you can act like it was a mistake. Like you could be like it was an accident that I cut you off, but you just use your blinker and then you cut people off. That's how you do it. Yeah, I don't know how to explain to him like what is right.
Is he doing a good
He's doing
job?
fine, but it's been 2 weeks and we haven't gone out into anything with like switching lanes or anything like that.
Yeah.
We got to build up to that. But the confidence, and he's just it's incredible. Like you were saying, what's the most fun? Like 16, he's becoming his own. Like when you watch someone literally become their own person, it's pretty wild. He wants a girlfriend now.
Has he ever had a girlfriend?
No, he's never. One time we moved from LA right after the pandemic back to New York, and he started school. And I think he just kind of like a girl was interested in him. He was new. It was like a new kid, and so they dated. But it was like the 7th grade and nothing. You know, it was like kind of. But I think this is the first time he's like, oh, I really want like a girlfriend.
I feel like I'm going to judge my son based on the quality of like girly pulls.
I mean, it's not. I don't judge my son based on it, but I was like the first couple. I was like, "Oh, this is an impressive
pull."
Like, wow, yeah, she's cute and she's funny and like she gets good grades.
That's
like
what
he
I
hasn't brought
mean.
any like dum-dums home yet.
Yeah, or like an ugly girl, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
But it's only the beginning, and I know it's gonna get weirder because I'm already like okay, so like. All right, our algorithms in our house are starting to run together, like almost like women's menstrual cycles when they live together.
Yeah.
Like I love Sydney Sweeney, right? And so you know, I love her, and so like I like pictures, but then all of a sudden it's
he starts getting pictures
I'll see he's
of her.
already liked it, and I'm like, oh, like we can't start bumping heads in these like you know like the last thing I want to do is stunt his growth because he's like, oh, my dad likes Sydney Sweeney. This is, you know, like,
yeah,
it's weird. That's the one thing I'm like, oh boy,
yeah,
you're becoming a man. Is like, I'm also gonna see you in certain areas now that's different. It's weird. It's very weird. Yeah.
So then we've got an 8. Wait, how?
No, then my other ones, because like the older ones, like he's just getting into like noticing girls. That the other one, the younger one's in the 7th grade. He'll be 13 in May, and he's like the opposite. He's like already like he's like chicks, dude. I love chicks. He loves The Bachelor. Like he sees commercials for The Bachelor and he's like, this
is he charming?
Yeah, like he's very quiet, but he's got like that Zach Morris kind of like he's
like
a good athlete.
Sniper.
He's a good athlete. He's very smart. So he's like
he's the chick magnet.
Yes, and so he plays coy, but he's very well aware of like the other sex and what they're capable of and like how awesome stuff is. Like the Bachelor, like he will watch that because he's like 30 chicks for one. Like this is it. That's all I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
He's like, forget this middle school bullshit.
Yeah,
like,
he's
milling
like,
around together.
no.
Give me an island and 30 choices, and I'm down with that.
So he's gonna grow up and he's gonna be Mormon.
Yeah, I mean, he might not be down to one chick. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if he's looking. But then again, like, you know, he's very much a mama's boy.
Yeah.
So even more than my older son. My older son's like independent, but my younger son's like he will be like what you want your son to be. He will look for my wife's approval, probably more than anyone. For like, okay, this is a girl I can date.
Yeah.
My oldest son will just bring home a girl, a guy, whatever. It doesn't matter. He'll be like, this is so-and-so, my friend. He won't care what we think, but my younger one won't make a move without my wife's like approval.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah. It's weird. I don't know why it's that way, but that's the way it worked out. My oldest son is very much like my wife. He's calm, even-keeled, independent, and my younger son is very much like me, like up and down, moody, sort of a lot.
Yeah.
A lot to handle.
And
not easy.
And how did you meet your wife?
We met in college. So yeah, we were in the theater. Like we were both freshmen, and so we met like at an audition for like one of the freshman shows. And the first one they were doing was Steel Magnolias, so I couldn't audition for that. But she got a role in that. And I was like, oh, a freshman got a role. And then the second one was like this Greek tragedy called The Bacchae that was like mostly like dudes, and so I got the lead role. And people were like, whoa, a freshman got the lead role. So like we kind of knew about each other, but we weren't like in the same shows and stuff. And then we both dated other people like first 2 years of college. And then third year I'm like, oh, I dig this chick. And so I made my move.
What was your move?
I dry humped her at the college bar to R. Kelly's Bump and Grind in 1997. You know,
So
like,
that was real.
yeah, like that was legitimately like, you know, like you're out at a bar, and I was like, and I started dancing with her.
Yeah.
And I danced with her the way like a perv. Like I was like, I'm gonna dance with you,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna make like a move. And it was she was fine with it, and you know,
And the rest is history.
yeah. I mean, it's a lot of history, but yeah, the rest. Yeah, that's how we sort of. And then you know, from there on, we started dating.
Where was this?
Upstate New York, a college town, Oneonta. It's a small liberal arts college, like 20 minutes away from Cooperstown, which is the Baseball Hall of Fame. I don't know if you're familiar, but like, yeah, small, like a little mountain school up there, like hippies and stuff, local town people.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool little town, cool college. I mean, I didn't learn tons about acting there, but it was like a good college experience. I had a lot of fun, and we met there, and then, you know, it was like moved to New York, back down to the city for a couple years, and then to LA. So
Were you already doing comedy at that time?
not really, not in college. No, I mean I would like doing comedies, like, but not stand up.
Yeah.
I didn't start that till I got out, till I graduated.
Okay. And what does she do now?
So now, because now the kids are back at school, and so she's like, you know, she's like, I got to do something. So she goes to not the school that they go to, but another close school, and she's a TA for like 4 hours a day.
Okay.
She works at the school, yeah. Just a couple days a week, which is awesome. It keeps everyone like out of each other's hair. Because I'm running around. I don't like, you know, I like doing like the pick up, the drop off in the morning and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I like that. Like I wake up with the kids in the morning because there's a bus, but our school is so close, and I like driving them. You get a little talk time in.
Yeah.
They give you a little like what they're nervous about. You get a good insight into the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, buddy, you're quiet. What's going on? I had the math test third period. All right. Well, you just, it's a good, well, I call them bullpen sessions. Like going into school, you kind of get nerves out. You get talking a little bit, you get a little comfortable. You get your day started.
You would have made a great coach.
I mean,
You have coach vibes.
I appreciate that. I'm hoping you're thinking of like Friday Night Lights.
Yeah. No, this is like, I'm legit. Like
That's my wife's like number one.
talking to
Kyle
you
from-
and
yeah,
like
yeah.
you seem like someone that like, yeah, talk to me, make you feel better. You can jump out, go do your thing. Like you seem like you're really easygoing.
I try to do. I don't know how. Like I don't talk to like the kids. Like, hey, guys, don't. Let's not be sus. All right, we're not bossing. Like I don't talk the language. I don't know how to do that. But like I go, look, you want my advice? I think it's stupid what you're doing right now. I think that's not a great move. Here's why. This is what the other alternative, and figure it out. But it's up to you. I give it to them the way I would. I don't try to sugarcoat it for them.
No, you're shooting it straight.
I try to, but everyone does it differently, and you got to be. You'll figure out like who's the good cop, who's the bad cop. I'm normally the bad cop, but my wife has to be the bad cop. Because I'm not around, I'm on the road, so
Yeah.
it's like she's got to do a lot of that stuff too. So it's a real, the family stuff, especially with stand up, is a real balancing act.
Yeah.
Especially when I go on the road, I come back, all I'm doing is messing stuff up. So like
She's got everything in working order.
It takes a while to learn about the re-entry process. Of
They
like
could have
being
all new
around.
girlfriends by the time you come back.
Probably. I mean, look. My son will get a girlfriend. Like it's not but he's like worried that there's like a clock. Like he's like, what? They're all being taken. He goes, every day there's new relationships. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, you're not going to run out, dude. It's not going to be like, well, what happened? What were you doing? You were supposed to grab one. I'm like, this isn't like caveman days where you just club one over the head and. So that's a good thing that you're taking. Like it'll take some time. He's got a best friend that's a girl, and she is like, she's, like we were talking before, like a winner, like very smart, all athletic, beautiful girl, great parents, kind and everything. But that's her. And like logically, you're like, these two look like, Barbie and Ken when they get out, like and they're best friends and they go out together, they go shopping together, they go to the mall, but there's nothing like they don't do that. And our parents have talked about our parents, her parents and my wife and I have been like, I kind of like it like this because, it's a friendship. It'll last a long time.
Yeah. You don't think he's gonna try to like make a move at some point?
She's got a boyfriend that's in the 11th grade and stuff. She's that she's pulling from the older boys are like they want
going
her.
For
yeah.
her.
So
And
he's like, what am I gonna do? I'll just be your best friend. And that's like, but I'm telling you, like a girl, if he gets a girlfriend, will have a problem
with their friendship. Well, of course. I'm surprised that these older guys aren't.
That's what I said too. Like. It was his birthday 2 weeks ago, and during the party, like she came over with her boyfriend to drop off his present, and I'm like, bah, like that would not be me. I'd be like, where are we going? To your friend's house? No, we're good. Yeah.
Your best guy friend.
Yeah. But again, I'm like a jealous monster.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm not well balanced mentally, so this is a sign of growth. I think.
Yeah,
I should be proud of everyone involved, but I look at it like they're lunatics. Like they're psychopaths. But this is it. This is like, I don't know. I don't watch Euphoria, but I guess the new generation is like, they're just a little more like liberal and fluid with the way that they go about relationships.
Man, that's so crazy to me. The last time I had a male best friend was in high school as well. But I could tell that he like secretly loved me.
Yeah.
But
of course he did.
But I wasn't at all into him.
I don't know of a secret like a best friend that's like if you're best friends with someone like you or like and you make a move, I'm not gonna be like, hey, we're gonna ruin this. Like I'm gonna be like, okay, let's do it, and then we'll figure out the ramifications later. That's the way it goes down.
Do you think that your son is secretly in love with her?
Probably not even secretly. I think he's that like he reminds me a lot of like Kelso from that 70s show.
Oh, okay.
Ashton Kutcher's like where he's like I don't even like he's aloof. Where he's like I just realized girls are awesome and hot and I want to be like I don't think he registered it. Like he didn't look at her legitimately like that before. But like now that that's starting to happen, I think it's gonna shift because he's gonna go, oh wow, everything I'm kind of is that.
He hasn't asked your advice on it at all yet?
One time he was like, we were talking about like, oh, I want a girlfriend. And I'm like, okay, well, he's like, I don't know what to do. And I think that was his way of being like, well, what do I do?
Yeah.
And again, I don't know what to tell him because there's a tough, you want to, like, especially my wife's very into like, we're going to raise respectable young men that are obviously great to women. And you want to make sure that, they understand the value of a woman and what that relationship is. So I don't know what to tell him that doesn't sound like, well, you have to make sure that everything is everything's consensual. That sounds weird and all that stuff. So I go, you just have to find a girl that you like, and then hopefully, she will have a connection with you, and then you take it from there. But I'm like, I don't know what to tell him. Like what specifically to do? Like lean on the wall like the Fonz and like put your arm up and be like, hey, what's up? These guys, they have like Riz and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like I said, I dry humped my wife to R. Kelly's Bump and Grind in 1990. Like that's
a solid move.
And that was what it took, and it worked.
Yeah.
I don't know what the equivalent of that is now.
Well, it's hard at 16 because you can't be like, just get a drink in her.
No.
I know, but I'm just saying.
I know.
That would be, when you start dating, you're like, oh, go out and have a drink and like see how you feel when you loosen up a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. Now it's like with the whole thing, it's like I would tell him like if a girl's been drinking, like don't even go.
Yeah,
you can't
red
even,
flag.
Yeah, I'm like because it's never going to end well. I'm like it's not going to be fun in the way you want it to be fun because it's people are going to feel really weird and guilty and it could get strange. So again, you don't like.
How do you tell them?
Yep. I don't know exactly what to say.
Spin
that
the
doesn't
bottle.
sound, I guess. That's how you start. I mean, that's how I started.
Spin the bottle.
I played Spin the Bottle in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
And
We forget about these stupid
games. And I'm
games.
sure they do stuff like that.
They must.
They have to, but I don't know what it is.
That's how your 13-year-old knows that girls are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, like he knows how to, like when my older son has a party, like he'll have a party like once or twice a year. And parties are like, he'll invite 10 guys and 5 girls over.
Okay.
Right? But then like 12 or 14 guys and like 8 girls show up. So it's a little bit more of a thing, and it gets a little louder, and they're in the basement, you know, and you tell no drinking and stuff, but once in a while we'll send what we call the boss down, my younger son, because he'll go down and monitor. He'll like a rat. He'll figure out what's happening.
What's going down.
There's a twisted tea over there. That's not iced tea. That's a twisted tea. I saw that. But he loves the girls so much and they love him. They'll be like, oh, Jonah's down here. And then he'll be like hanging out. And next thing you know, like we send the boss down and I'm like, where is he? And I check and he's making TikTok. I think he's on TikTok. Like a TikTok video will pop up where he's doing a dance with 3 of the girls downstairs. Yeah. So they've completely corrupted our narc. And so, yeah, so that's how we've lost him.
They've lured him into.
But that's
with
what I'm saying. Like, he
TikTok.
doesn't need to, like, he's never going to ask me, Dad, how do I find a girl? Like, well, how do I use my Riz or whatever? Like, he's like, I have a laser. I have like and I need to point it at someone. Like, we're going to have to harness that kid's laser. Yeah, we're going to have to shut it down because it's going to be out of control. We were having dinner, and he tells me, he goes, hey, we were like a family dinner, and he goes, I learned something funny in school today. We go, what'd you learn? He goes, I learned what 69 is. Yeah.
Not just the temperature.
Yeah, and my older son goes, oh, that's a prime number, dude. You're doing prime numbers? I'm like, go to your room, prime number. I need to speak with 69. Like, my wife was like, what's happening? And I'm like, and by the way, 69 is not a fucking prime number. So, like, dude, let's hit the books, dude, okay? And then, but like, at school, like, he has conversations because I think it might be his crew are all younger, they have older siblings. So they learn about this stuff, even, you know, like, just fall away, like, ancillary shrapnel of what their older kids are doing, like he picks up on it, and he's very perceptive. So like he knows.
He's
all
smart.
The moves. Yes,
he's listening.
And but that's the problem. Like he's smart, too good for his own good. He's like a problem. He's like Ray Donovan, smart, aggressive, and probably an alcoholic. We're gonna have a problem with this kid. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Like, it's going to be a miracle if we can get him through high school without getting him pregnant.
Yeah.
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 I'm actually hoping he's gay. Because I think we'll have a better shot of him being like, yeah, just leveling off. Yeah.
You won't get that lucky.
I don't think so. My wife wanted a gay son. She was so devastated when we found out that the second one was a boy.
Oh, really?
Oh, my God.
She wanted a girl?
She called me hysterically crying. I was working on the show. And, you know, like, you get the phone, like, she popped up, I go, hello, and you just hear hysterically crying. And, like, nerve-wracking. I'm like, what's going on? She's like, it's a boy.
No!
And I'm like, what? She goes, it's a boy. I go, wait, the baby's a boy? She goes, yes. And I'm like, that's awesome. Is everything all right? She goes, yes. I'm like, oh, this is great. And she was devastated.
Oh, my goodness.
She only had sisters. She was like, only wanted a girl, like, and that, I mean, if we did it, if she didn't have the kind of pregnancies that she had, we would have had like 10 kids probably.
Yeah.
But she like won't, like, it's horrible. I've never seen anyone suffer like that.
Man.
Thank God, like going back to your original, like if that was me, you would never want to be for 9 months. You would, yeah, like you would kill me. You would be like, kill him.
Yeah,
it would be like I had AIDS.
Yeah.
But like the Tom Hanks from Philadelphia, like where you're slowly dying. That's how you would have to treat me every day. You'd have to like come over and dap my lips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She didn't make a sound. She would just throw up, and that would, you know, just
lay around. And she just like
suffered through it for 9 months.
Wow. I've been very lucky that my pregnancy has been pretty easy.
That's great.
I'm just at my...
But you are going to have a water park in your living room, so that could be the exciting part.
Yeah. Vampire Cove and candles.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
It's going to be great.
I hope so.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
I think you're going to be a great mom, too. You already have some good instincts in you.
I hope so.
You want someone that's going to protect you as a son right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't like one of those nerdy moms. Like, I hope he's
No.
gives great thought to the world and brings. You're like, no. Someone's got to protect me.
Yeah, no, he's gonna go pee in the backyard.
You at one point you get to make them into slaves. You get to like have them do everything.
100%.
Who's taking out and you just call them chores.
Yeah.
Who's taking out the garbage?
You're
Who's
reading
in charge of this?
my mind. I'm seeing all these wonderful things that he's gonna like learn to do and be a man and like help his mom.
Yeah, and you debit it under like, oh, I'm teaching them responsibility, but really, I'm becoming old and lazy.
Yeah.
And I don't want to take the garbage out anymore.
100%.
And that's why I have you.
Yeah. And then I'll tip him.
What do you mean tip? I'll
give him like $5 if he's doing a really good job at all of these chores.
Yeah, you got to give
an
allowance.
I'm gonna tip him.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we do
I
this.
guess I shouldn't say tip him like he's
tipping.
a servant.
He's not a stripper. Oh, good job, baby.
Make it rain on him.
Good job, baby.
Like,
You come here and you shove $5 in his underwear.
Yeah.
Oh no. We have they have all the things now. There's an app called Greenlight where you set up bank accounts for your kids, and then you just like direct debit like an allowance every week into this, so you don't have to forget about it.
No, I want him to like know money. You know what I mean? Like I want to like be able to like pull the money and like have him smell
Lauren,
it.
Nobody no.
He needs to know money.
By the time he's ready, there will be no there's no money.
There's not going to be any money.
Like the 100-year-old grandmother gives a $50 bill.
And he's
that's
like, what
cool.
is this?
No, that's cool. Like, cause he's like, whoa, $50. And that's exciting. So yes, to your point, but really like it then becomes a thing where he'll hand it to me and be like, put this in the green light. Like they don't know what, like they're never
like already on that Apple Pay.
Yes. Yeah. Very much. Like if I would never ever give my son cash. Never.
Really?
They're too stupid. You want to here's a great. So my son's in a fantasy football league that I'm also in. Last year he won it, right? So it's like two or three of his friends from high school, and then a couple of the dads, like their parents and stuff. So he won it. So he won $200. So the dad who runs the league gave it to his son, who's also in the league, to give it to Jackson at school, right? He sees Jackson. He goes, Jackson, here's the $200. Hands it to my son. He puts it into his pocket, walks down the hallway, right? His friend followed him, right? All of a sudden he sees $200 on the floor. Picks it up. He goes, Jackson, is this yours? And Jackson goes, what? And goes in, and it fell out of his pocket. In 5 steps, he lost it. Like the concept of holding on to something, and it's not a cell phone, is impossible. Like cash is done.
The worst.
Done. And everywhere they go and everywhere they want to go doesn't even take cash. Like it doesn't even, wherever they want it, like they don't go anywhere that takes cash.
I never even thought
like they're not
about
going
this.
to strip clubs.
I never even thought about this.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
They don't ever go anywhere that it requires cash.
But wait, his name is Jackson?
My oldest one, yeah.
That's what I'm naming my son.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's amazing,
But
yeah.
I'm naming him Jax.
Okay.
Well, it's Jackson, Jaxon.
Okay.
But we're going to call him Jax.
Yep.
Because my boyfriend wanted to call him Jax.
Okay. Just Jax.
But his last name is Black.
Jax
I'm like,
Blacks.
we're not doing Jax Black.
Yep.
So we can do Jackson Black and then call him Jax.
Okay. But I think you said your boyfriend's going to call him Jax, right?
We're all going to call him Jax.
So yeah,
No
everyone's
one
going to
will call him Jackson.
Yeah, but he's going to be Jax Black.
Yeah, yes.
That's what it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But when he grows up,
he'll be Jax Black.
he'll be able to say
I'm Jax Black.
Jackson, though, because that'll be his full formal name.
Yeah, but everyone calls me Jax.
If you're cool.
Yes, and that's what he will be. So that'll be it. But that's okay.
But on paper,
It's going to look better on paper.
it'll be Jackson Black.
Yeah, for when he signs his name.
Yeah.
Which, you know how many times that happens, by the way? Here's a great... We went to go get the permit 2 weeks ago. He had the number one thing he was nervous about, I swear to you, not taking the test, right, was signing his name. Because you have to sign it and it goes on your license. And whenever you have to sign something, it has to kind of match what... And he literally has signed his name in script up until that point maybe 8 times in his entire existence.
way.
Yeah. They don't ever use that. They never sign. They never write stuff like down.
God,
or
these kids are so
But that's my point. So like
techie.
so like Jackson Black will be
Jax.
required like twice in his life.
He's gonna look like a retard.
If he doesn't know how to write, he will. Yeah.
Damn.
If he doesn't know how to write, he will.
This is just my boyfriend's way of getting his way, and I'm just now figuring it out.
Can I ask you a question? 'Cause
Yes.
This has happened to me. Did you? How much say did he have in the name?
You know
the
what?
original,
Hold on.
like before we got to Jackson, was he like, "Hey, I like Wyatt"? And you're like, "Oh,
There was never another name
oh,
on his behalf.
okay, yeah, all right."
He was like Jax from day one. And I was like, what about
Okay.
Christian? What about Hunter? What about Tucker? What about all this stuff? And he's like, no. And then this is like, I don't know what kind of manipulation matrix mind game this was, but he just started calling the baby Jax.
Yep. No, that's smart. That's what they do in like hostage, like yeah.
Yeah.
They start. Hey, they befriend you.
Yeah. He'd be like, hey,
Hey,
how are you
here's a
feeling
cigarette.
today? How's Jax doing?
Yep. Yep.
And I'd be like, we haven't decided that
have.
that's his name.
We have.
But he had yeah. So then for like 9 months, he's been like, Jax. Now things have his name on it. And I'm like, how did you manifest? How did you just get what you wanted?
I don't know how. I had no, like Jack. My wife's like, I like that name, and I was like, yeah, I like it too. But my other son was supposed to be Wyatt. To like, I don't know, a month before.
And what is it now?
Jonah.
How did it turn?
'Cause she was like, one day she had a dream, and she's like, he's not. It's Jonah. It's not Wyatt. It's Jonah. I was like, I don't really like it. And she was like, it's Jonah. And I was like, I guess I'll learn to like it. And his name's Jonah. Yeah. I mean, I don't not like it, but there was never a name that I was like, one day I will have a son named Jonah.
100%.
We were doing, at one point we talked Rocco, but then Rocco Ranazizi is a lot. Like it's,
Hey, that's a cool name though.
yeah, but you better like be.
You got to live up to that name.
Yeah, you have to have like you'll be laying brick driveways or running numbers, if you have the name Rocco Ranazizi.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's one way.
I would get made fun of. I wanted to do like Christian or Theo or something like that. And he started making fun of me. And he'd be like, oh, Christian Theodore Sebastian Roosevelt III Black.
Yeah, he threw like stink on the
Yeah.
names.
And
Yeah.
so then he started like making them sound like they were too proper. And he's like, we're not going to have a little preppy kid,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, so we're going to have a son of anarchy.
Well, that's what you want, I think. You were saying before.
Yeah.
He'll be badass.
Yeah. And he's really strong. He kicks the shit out of me all the time.
Awesome.
So I'm like, he's going into martial arts.
He's going to be.
Unfortunately, he's going to have cauliflower ears.
What are you going to do if he comes out like gay as the day is long? Like the first gay baby, like the baby that's
We'll just
like,
start giving him
this baby's
face
trying
tattoos.
to blow other babies already.
Face tattoos.
You'll toughen him up via face tattoos. All right. Okay. Did you want a boy? Were you psyched about that?
Oh, I wanted a boy more than you could ever imagine.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because
You don't want to like
if
dress up a girl
if
or
I
like.
would have had a girl,
Yeah.
knowing my luck, she would be just like me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to raise a hoe.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
How do I train a girl? Don't get an OnlyFans.
Yep.
But mom, you had one.
Yeah. You got to.
You know, I can already hear it. And
But
then
I do
kid
that
goes,
too.
Bam!
Guess what?
Dumb bitch.
Guess what? That happened. What do you think? I'm like, there's no drinking and no drugs. But I'm like, Dad, you do podcasts where you smoke joints. And I'm like, but I'm like older.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I go, that it's like driving a car. You
Yeah.
have to have you have to be older and have the responsibility to be able to do it correctly.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah. So I think I wanted the boy.
But maybe you would like a girl if she was like,
Number 2.
babe, instead of an OnlyFans page, I like your entrepreneurship. Let's point it in another direction.
Yeah.
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 That would be great. So
We
you
can build a different kind of website.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want like other
I definitely want a
if you
second
had another one, would you want like who knows? You haven't decided yet.
No,
because
I don't care what the
you
second
may
one
fall
is.
in love. Yeah, you don't.
I don't. If it's a girl or a boy, I'm fine. I just wanted an older brother to like back me when I'm like, I
Yeah.
do have a girl, where like me and the older brother and the dad can all be like, look, bitch.
Yeah. It's tough. I mean, I do say that my next door neighbor in New York has 5 daughters. Yeah, and they're like a gang. He talks to himself on his driveway. He's done, dude. Mentally, they
Toasted.
Yeah, he's horrible. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, but they're like a crew. Like he gave birth to a gang
Of girls.
Like, and they're not like there's so many different types there. They're almost like it's like a girl band.
Yeah.
Like it's one that's super prissy, one that has like a quad, like 4.
It's
She has
the
like 4
Pussycat
quads.
Dolls.
Yeah, like one girl like hires her other 2 sisters, and they do people's driveways. Like they have quads with a plow on it, and they'll just plow people's driveways and shovel and stuff.
No.
And the neighbor's like, let's hire those boys. I'm like, those are girls.
Dang.
Yeah, dude. So he's like, you can do whatever you want with the kids. You can make them into whatever you want.
Yeah, that's good to know
Yeah.
that they're easily molded.
Yeah, I mean, they have their own personalities and stuff.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
for the most part,
You can.
you can get what you like out of
God,
it.
I love that.
Like I thought, like I would never want, like the thought of going to like a 12-hour cheerleading thing on a Saturday is an absolute nightmare to me.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if that's what I was given, I would figure it out. Like my wife spends 13 hours on the weekends at travel baseball games, sitting there, and someone go, Jesus Christ, yeah. It's hot, yeah, and I love it because I love sports and I love watching.
Yeah.
And she loves watching, but like that's not what she dreamt of at all. Like that's hell on earth.
Yeah.
Like if I asked a friend to come for 13 hours and sit with me and watch kids play baseball, no one would ever do it. No one would do that.
But see, I'd go for the snacks.
Yeah, but after like 8 hours, you're like, okay, I've had
I'm done
all
with
the
the
snacks.
hot dogs
And then
I
you
could
got, guess what?
possibly
You got to
have.
come back tomorrow and the day after, Friday,
Oh.
Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, I see what
So
you're
you know
saying.
there are things that kids get involved with, whatever, that you're not necessarily psyched about. But for me, I'm like, I got wins.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, maybe if he's in the UFC, I mean, I'll watch him beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, and you'll love it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, no matter what it is, you're gonna love to watch what they do.
I don't know why I'm so hell bent on him being in martial arts, but that's like the first sport that came to my mind when I thought about what to put him in.
That's
and maybe
really-
it's just the cute little robe with the little black
gi?
belt.
Is that you mean? Yeah,
Isn't that what they all? Don't they all have to wear that?
Yeah, it's not called a robe; it's a gi.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know if honey, your robe's all stained. But yeah, I don't think. Ma, it's a gi.
okay.
Yeah, I
Just
remember you look so cute, you little robe with your belt.
Get
That's
him!
hilarious. Yeah.
Punch him in the face.
Oh, my oldest son wrestles. I should pull up video. My wife sitting there. You want to like? It's lit. Oh God, easy, Jax, easy. Oh God, stay on top. Stay on top. All right. Oh God, twist it, twist him, twist him, twist. Oh, it's like. It's horrible.
Yeah.
It's like, when I'm not there, I'm like, can you film his match? And I have to listen to it with the sound off. I just have to because like she's so distracting with her voice. It's it's impossible to watch your kid.
Yeah.
Like especially with something like that.
I could talk to you about this all day.
Awesome. I appreciate
This
that.
has been great, and I promise you guys, this is not a birthing
yeah, I know.
podcast.
I
but-
dated. I had sex before my wife.
Yeah.
It wasn't great. I'm not great at it. I do the best I can.
Is your dry humping better?
I'm a hell of a dry humper. You know, everything's I'm a hell of a dry. I'll like dry humping. I'm the best in the world.
You nailed
like
down
the way
a
they
girl.
have air guitar.
Yeah.
I can dry hump with the best of them. But put me in the real game, that's a problem.
Where can people find you?
I was like New York. At Steve Ren is easy on Instagram. I just started TikTok.
Oh, are your kids on your TikTok?
Yeah. And now I'm like, I put videos out. I'm like, they're seeing all the like. It's weird. Yeah, they have more followers than I do on TikTok. But I guess
awesome.
I just started, so it's very
Are they teaching you?
Yes, they teach me how to like actually use the app because I'm not great with the interface. So
Do the sketch. Do the driving sketch.
all right, I'll try. Yeah,
And
that's what. Yeah, I'll try it
and
out.
teach them how to drive the way you were
The
saying
legit
you do.
way.
Yeah,
Yep.
do
the real way.
it. It's good content.
I'll get on it. Absolutely.
And then they can come see you at Comedy Works in
Comedy
Denver.
Works, one of the best comedy clubs in the country, downtown. One show Thursday, 2 Friday, 2 Saturday.
Cool.
Yeah, can't wait.
All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of First Date. We'll see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.
First date.
Your parents are your roommates?
First date.
I'm so excited to see you tonight.
First date, baby. First date, I can't wait. First date.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of First Date. My guest today has a brand new special on YouTube called Terrified, but you may know him from Impractical Jokers. Give it up for Sal Vulcano.
Here I am. Thank you. Thanks in the booth.
Man, I'm so
Thank
excited
you.
you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Haven't seen you since the Hey Babe podcast.
That's right. That's right.
That was
a
so
minute
fun.
ago.
Yeah.
Still our most elegantly dressed person by a country mile, whatever that means. No one has ever come in there outside of sweatpants. You came in an evening attire.
I did.
I mean, and I think it was like a bedazzled heel, possibly.
Probably.
Yeah.
Knowing me.
Yeah, we were like, whoa, we felt more important than we were.
No.
Yeah.
I gotta say that your podcast is the funnest podcast I've ever been on.
Is that right?
Yeah. No
Good.
offense to any of the other podcasts.
You say that to all the podcast
No, I
guys.
don't. Actually, I don't. We can go back and we can fact check.
It was nice to have you.
Man. Okay, so let's get right into it. So
Let's
I've
do
got
it.
appetizer questions, main course, dessert. You know how
Yes.
you know how it goes. Okay, where's the worst place to take a first date?
Yeah, I mean, any place like pretty noisy, I would say, is terrible, right? Like, so you can't get like a good conversation in.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, like the track. Well, the track might be fun actually. The track's probably a good date.
Like a outdoor
Like a horse.
running track?
No, I was thinking like because the Indy 500 I went to once, and you couldn't hear anything. It was like literally like it goes by and it's like earth rattling in your chest, and it's like, well, this is intense. But like, so when I said track, I meant that. But then I thought about the horse track, which I think might be a really good date actually.
Yeah. Horse races are really fun.
Yeah, you got drinks and food, and it's like a light atmosphere, and it's outside, but you can go inside. But it's fun. You're gambling. You don't need to know how to gamble. You're cheering
Yeah,
on the
you
horses.
just pick a horse, you
Plenty of
bet on
time
it.
to chat, like win money maybe.
Yeah.
It's not expensive, but it takes a while.
Yeah.
I think it's good entertainment, but it still leaves the door open to be able to have like bullshit and stuff like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Horse races are so fun. It's my new
Yeah.
favorite sporting event. I went to the Kentucky Derby.
Oh yeah.
Recently,
Yeah.
and
How'd you
man.
like that?
Oh, I
That's
loved
a bit
it.
of a shit show.
But it was so fun.
Did
and
you wear like a bonnet and stuff like that?
I wore a hat.
Yeah. It wasn't a bonnet. What's the difference between a hat and a bonnet?
I
Then?
think a bonnet reminds me of a shower cap.
Okay.
Like
Does
it's like it looks like a mushroom on your head.
Okay. I thought a
And-
bonnet was like what they do down there for
Or
that.
actually, a bonnet is like an old like milkmaid thing where you have like the tie around
Yeah.
the neck, and it's like.
But don't they wear that at the horse
No,
races?
I didn't
Like
wear a bonnet.
Okay, all right, fine. They wear them at like showers, right? Too like did they wear them at showers?
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like a bonnet. Like you should wear a bonnet. Bring bonnets back. Like just show up in a bonnet.
Where am I going to wear a bonnet to?
That's
the horse races?
Anywhere though.
Anywhere?
Wear a bonnet to the market. See what happens. Document it. Let me know. I'd like to know.
I will. I'll film myself the next time I wear a bonnet, and I'll
Yeah.
send. I'll
Have you
tag
ever
in the
worn a
video.
bonnet?
I don't know.
Has anyone here ever worn a bonnet?
No.
Has anyone here ever owned a bonnet? Has anyone here ever had a family member or a friend that's worn a bonnet?
No one here is from the 1800s.
This is what I'm saying. Like it's original. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I've never seen anyone in a bonnet.
I didn't know that the worst first date question was going to lead to you promoting bringing the bonnets back.
Never mind the first date. It's just I'm trying to get my messaging in here, and it's more bonnets.
Okay, more bonnets. Heard. We're going to get into some main course questions now. Are you a prankster in relationships?
Nah.
Okay. Has anyone ever pranked you on a date?
No, I don't think so. I mean, like the show itself that we do is like, it involves like, it's pretty involved, and it's hidden camera, and it's like, it has elements of surprise in it, and I guess pranks, but it's like a lot of times I get asked like, so what do you like in your real life? And I don't want to let anyone down, but there are just no pranks going. The biggest prank I've ever pulled was like when I was little, my mom. You know, like the kitchen sinks when we were little, like you know that like the hose that comes out, where you can like spray the dish.
Yeah.
It's like a little gun.
Yeah.
And you spray the dish. So like it was plastic when we were little. If you took like tape, like Scotch tape, and you tied it around the handle so that the handle stayed closed, when your mom or whoever would open it, it would just shoot at them and hit them. And I did that a lot as a kid. That was the extent of my pranks.
Oh,
as a kid. So I'm not really that guy. Yeah, I'm not really that guy.
And what would happen when you would do that to your mom?
Yeah, she'd like get, pretty upset. But the greatest thing about it is like she never checked again. So I would do it like sometimes 5 times in a day.
Oh my
And
gosh.
after the third time, it really starts playing dividends. Yeah, for me and my friends and stuff like that. Yeah, she gets so, she would chase me probably around the table, and I would avoid her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she would catch me, but sometimes if I was able to get around the dining room table on opposite sides, there was really no way she can get me after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very strategic moves there.
Yeah, and then I'd run down the hall and I'd slide underneath my bunk beds like I was sliding into home plate,
Right.
so she couldn't catch me.
That was your prank.
Yeah, that was really it. Otherwise, no. On dates, nah. I mean, I mess around, I joke around, but like nothing like silly or elaborate or anything like that.
How do you feel about dating apps?
I've never used one in my life.
Do you think?
I've never even been on one.
No.
No.
Do you?
I know of them, obviously.
Yeah.
I know swipe this, swipe that.
Do you
You
think
swipe
that?
and then
Do you think that there's a shelf life for people on dating apps who like are on like if you're on a dating app for like way too long?
do you see like is that something that you see is like when someone's trying to sell their house and it's on the market for too long?
Exactly.
And then you look back and you see there's
And the
no
value
bids.
just
Yeah, and
depreciates.
it's depreciated. Is that what happens on like dating apps?
That's what I'm asking you. Like,
Okay.
do you think that?
I wonder if it's like that. Like I want to also if you're on a dating app and you meet someone, like then do you have to purge them all?
Yeah.
Do you have to like go in then and go and then log out or like
Like make a new profile or something?
No, I mean you have to like if you're dating someone like that's where you found them. You're probably first of all. Let me ask you a question. Do people who go on are they loyal to a dating site or is it like I'm uploading
Oh no, I don't
every
think that
dating
there's
site?
anything. I don't think that there's anything loyal about dating apps.
Right.
I think that.
But
when
if you're
you
on
go-
one, are you on them all? Is it safe to say?
I would assume so.
Right.
Like many years ago, I was on a dating app.
Yeah.
I was like on Raya and I was on Hinge, and I was like, but it's all because, and I would notice that it was all the same people on all the same dating apps.
Ah.
And so it didn't really matter which one you were on.
Did they present themselves as the same across them all? Like same photos, same like long. Did they still like long
For the
walks?
most part, same photos.
Yeah.
Same name. What I really wish they had was like a rating and review section where if you went on a date with a guy and he was like really creepy and like,
Yeah. Like Amazon.
smacked his mouth the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Yelp or something where you could go on and leave a
Oh,
review.
like Uber.
Oh yeah, like Johnny gets a 1 star because he didn't.
Right. That's not actually a bad idea.
Right?
So no dating apps have that?
I've never seen it on a dating app.
You might be onto something.
I think that if you could leave a review on people,
That'd be pretty good.
yeah.
How about, well, you want to make sure they have the chance to defend themselves. But I was like, what if they don't get to see what people wrote about them?
Ooh.
Because then it could be true. You know what I mean? Like it could be like you'd be honest.
Yeah.
But then again, then someone could really just lie about you and like,
Yeah.
just kind of talk trash and it maybe,
But
depend.
see, that's why more people would have to leave reviews because it's like a restaurant where one person might have a bad experience before other people might have had a great experience.
Yeah, but then maybe you do answer because you ever see the restaurants answer or the hotels they answer
Yeah.
like, thank you for your inquiry. We promise you that excellence is what we're striving
If
for.
you come back again, it'll be better.
Yeah, or they just throw the other person. We know who this is leaving this, and she came and she's not. Like, they'll say like she was unhinged and she was acting like. You could tell when people leave like a bad comment like that are also just like lunatics.
Yeah.
That are just like you know what I mean?
Toxic.
Yeah.
Just they just hate restaurants.
Yeah.
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 I feel like dating apps should have that.
How is Hinge? What's the catch of Hinge? What's the hook of Hinge?
Like, what is the premise of it? How do they?
Yeah, like
how
I
do
understand
they-
Raya is for industry people, and the other one is swipe left and right is for like.
It's like Tinder or something, and I think Tinder is more for like people looking for a quick hookup.
Oh, it is.
Right?
They distinguish that.
Well, that's what they're kind of famous for.
Oh, like just like
it's
just to
like
have sex and stuff.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So if you're on Tinder and you're like swiping, it's like just hookups and stuff.
Oh, okay.
It's
And
like-
Hinge is what?
Hinge, they have you make a profile and then you have to like you have this, like, you can offer people that you're really interested, like, a rose. Like, you can swipe hard on them and, like, give them a rose.
Okay.
Or you can just swipe regular. And I think
How do they
there's,
know
like,
that you're swiping hard?
because you can offer them a rose and then they get a rose.
Oh, so the rose
And
indicates it was a hard swipe.
like, Matt has offered you a rose, which means that he was, like, super interested
All right,
in
so it's
you.
not in like the haptics of the phone. You don't have to be like. No, okay.
No.
Okay.
But I wish that it was. I don't know why we're not creating these apps.
So all right, so same. It's the same thing essentially. It's not
and they
because
have
I know
a bio.
Bumble is like you have to. Bumble had a catch. Like you, the
girl
has
had to
guy,
initiate it
right?
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Hinge it's not like that. They have like a private messaging system, and then there's like a bio where you can like make something like funny, like my favorite idea of a first date is, and then you fill in the blank. So you
Yeah.
have like a little thing where people can kind of get to know you.
Yeah, it's not like I wouldn't have been on it. Just I was always in a relationship and then we became popular, and I just never would. But it seems pretty vulnerable to put yourself out there like that.
Yeah, right?
I don't know if like a lot of people on there are vulnerable. But maybe like it just seems weird to be like, I like tea and. This is a picture, like this is what I consider to be my best pictures.
Yeah, a lot of work.
Yeah.
And a lot of time goes into like meeting people that you don't know. I mean, because within the first couple, I don't know, 10 or 15 seconds, if you're at least even attracted to someone.
Sure.
And then you've gotten yourself into like a whole date with them.
Yeah, so you could see the pictures, feel like you would imagine you may be attracted to them.
Right.
You could still show up in the first 10 to 15 seconds and say, I was wrong.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then there's no swiping out the door.
Right.
Like immediately.
But
kind of.
you definitely, especially, you have like your outs.
Yeah.
Let your friend call you or what have you.
Right.
Or you say that you have something to get, like maybe meet for a coffee.
Yeah.
And you say you have an appointment. And so if it's not going well, you exercise that appointment.
What do you think is the best go-to to getting out of a situation like that? What would you do?
So being on a date like that?
Yeah, if you
And
met
this is not
someone
good?
and you were like, ooh.
Do you care about what they feel?
I would assume not.
Can you be frank?
For sure.
Okay, so I would just be like, you know what, I'm thank you for meeting me. I don't want to waste either of our time, but like I'm just not sure that like we were connecting.
Have you ever done anything like that before?
No, I'd be a complete pussy and just get a fake text and say that I just got a disease and run or something like that. No, I would not. I probably wouldn't be able to tell someone to their face unless I felt that person like could use it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
like
it,
needed to be checked or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would check someone if they needed checking. Other than that, I would probably just do it the most innocuous way possible. I just want innocuous way, not innocuous.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was.
It's okay.
I was up late last night.
That was a very Tupperware moment.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I turned myself. I said, "Did I say innocuous?"
I saw that little bit pop up on my Instagram the other day when
up?
Chris was talking about Tupperware.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
you checked him and you're like, it's Tupperware.
Yeah, Tupperware. Yeah, he thought it was Tupperware, which I get because they're little tubs. But he was saying Tupperware his whole life.
I can't believe you caught that.
Well, I'll tell you another thing. A large contingent of the population were saying Tupperware as well.
You're kidding.
We found out because it got like 80 billion
views
TikTok or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's like,
no,
and everyone
I
was
saw.
like, it's not tub. Yeah. And
Wow.
I ended up selling Tupperware merch after that. I paid like 3 months of mortgage with the Tupperware merch.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think of some comedy duos who got it done. Key and Peele, Cheech and Chong. What about the perfect duo when it comes to growing your business? That's you and Shopify. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage to the first real life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage, Shopify's there to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented candles or date night outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. I like Shopify because it's so user-friendly and it's everything you need in one place. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/date, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/date now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/date.
So do you consider yourself a sensitive person?
Yeah. That's easy.
Yeah, you already know?
Yeah, I'm sensitive. Yeah.
What is your most sensitive trait? Is there something that really makes you emotional?
Yeah, yeah, I don't want to say like, oh, I'm an empath, but I am. I'm very empathetic. So like it's actually I'm sensitive to a fault in the way I think. Not in like relationships, but in a general sense, like I take on a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's hard for me to shake like a terrible news story or something tragic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, I'm easy to like easy. It's easy to touch my heart. Like I'll cry like a Pep Boys commercial if it's sentimental.
Do you cry in like sad movies?
Oh sure, yeah.
Oh well, I guess if you're crying in a Pepsi commercial.
Yeah, Pep Boys, but Pepsi too.
Pep Boys.
No, I get emotional. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Or if we're going for something straight emotional, like when like a dog reunites with his like the soldier, and he starts
goodbye,
or something like that, or like a young kid, or like I can. I'll get visibly emotional.
Do you consider yourself romantic?
Yeah, in so much as like I'm not like romantic like show up with flowers and chocolate. I think that's a little bit like hack. But in a general sense, I believe in being in love, and I believe in being a very good partner.
Yeah.
And always trying. Never not trying.
Continuing to date the person you're with is
100%
really important.
100%. Yeah.
Are you in a relationship?
I am. Yeah.
You're.
I was always publicly in a relationship, but I'm married, and I was never public about that until very recently.
What made you want to be public about it?
I didn't want to be.
So then why aren't you?
Theo has a way of getting things out of you. No, not at all. I was talking to him, and because I just finished my special, and so that's out now, and I'm working on my new hour, and I was like, I kind of want to speak about my life more, and I was a private person before I was in the public. And so it just, I don't know, I just talk, there's so much to talk about. I'm like, why ever invite my family life or my life into this, because the privacy is like, once you give it away, you don't get it back.
Yeah.
So I just would always say like, my persona and entertainment is one thing, but like, why necessarily do people that know me in that respect need to know my sacred personal business? You know what I mean? It wasn't something I spoke about in terms of jokes.
Right.
Well, again, in a relationship, but like, to that extent. And I'm someone who's been on like in the public eye a lot. I played myself. And so I have this like very, very unique relationship with people that are fans or listeners or whatever of me, whatever. And it's just like, it's good and bad. It's good because like they really are avid, loyal, like fans. They feel like they know me, and they do, because while I play heightened versions of myself, they do really, after doing comedy and TV and podcasts all this time and talking for hours about myself and them seeing me, they do have a good sense of who I am, and they feel like they know me. And then there's the other, end of that, whereas like there is no filter, and they do feel a little bit, sometimes people can be a little too comfortable, and not understand where the line is drawn. Not that they're trying to be like either malicious or weird or what have you, but so I veer into that territory. So I'm just private. So I was like, I keep it to the vest. I didn't realize that it would stoke people's curiosity even more to be private, which is kind of the opposite of what I wanted.
Yeah.
But, now that I'm going to be talking about them on stage, it's going to trickle out here and there anyway. So I was having a conversation the other day, and I was just like, you know what? I actually had like massive anxiety about it, because it was like to finally to say that out loud after like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like years and years and years.
Well, something
of
you've
not
been
saying
holding really close to you, and now you're
to give it away and to understand how that might manifest itself later, but then also to just be like, to just say that, it's just to reveal something so personal.
Yeah.
It's personal, Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get it. You either like, you might not have that mindset to begin with, or you might be an open person, but I'm not. You know what I mean? And so like, and I've gotten married like over the years while I was already public. So like, I didn't want to announce the marriage. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So I just didn't say anything. And then like that, some people are just like, oh, I wonder what's going on, with him. He never talks about a relationship, whatever. And then I have my daughter, and then I didn't want to say anything about that. I would say I'm married before the daughter, just because I even want to protect her.
Yeah.
By all means necessary. But I just was like, it felt right. I was having like a really, like, the conversation was appropriate and it was organic, and I was like, let me just control then how this comes out, like I'll just say all this. And so I said it, and it just felt like it was the right place, the right time. So I let it go. And I like didn't realize that it would be news to anybody, but like, it was like
big news.
Like I guess like, all these like these magazines that like the Us and the Extra and the People and they're all like, oh, secret marriage revealed and and secret child. It's like, well, it's not a secret child. That sounds like
like a child with
it sounds
someone
like I had
else.
sex with Arnold Schwarzenegger's
yeah.
maid. Yeah. It's like, no, it's just I didn't say anything, but yeah.
Well, do you feel like being more open about that now? It's gonna
I've never worn my ring anywhere. I think this might be the first place I'm wearing my ring.
I think that's the first time I've seen it.
Yeah, I mean, I wear it in real life. I just take it off when we film because like I don't need to have a billboard of my personal life, But in real life, if you saw me, this is my wife, this is my kid, no. But that's real life.
It is real
and,
life.
And online is something very different that I don't think people understand in general, and especially as entertainers or whatever. I don't, it's just it's a job,
Well, you're gonna relate to a lot of people by having some more relationship
for sure
content.
Yeah,
because everybody's going through something.
Right.
So whatever you're going through, whenever I hope it helps you expand your hour and like gives you some fresh stuff to kind of. I hope you feel better talking about.
It does feel like I always dreaded it, and I didn't know if I'd ever even do it. I just was like, well, let it just be the way it is. But like, it does feel like a weight is lifted now. It really does, because it was like, it's not like anything that like, was like bothering me, but it's like, it takes work to like keep that secret.
Yeah.
It does. Even when I'm out and about, because people, the first thing they do is take out a video camera, take out a, it's like not like in old days it was like, oh, can I have your autograph or can I say hello? It's just like, just video, just 4K video, of me eating or just like walking. And it's like, and every single person if you walk out the door, every single person has like a 4K video camera on them, and they were raised in an age where they could just turn it on and video you, and there's no etiquette to it.
Yeah.
So like that takes work to keep my daughter and wife like close to the vest like that. You know
right.
What I mean? Not that I want people, now that I've said it, to videotape me anyway, but like, it's just like, I just can like be like a little bit more like, whatever it is,
relaxed about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, how did you guys meet?
My wife.
Yeah,
we were friends for a really long time before we even dated. I used to work I was a bartender. At one point in my life, I was a bartender, and I met her. She came in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but at this particular place, I worked at many places. This particular place was like a neighborhood place. So like,
was it in New York?
Yeah, and so I knew like all the patrons, like hundreds of, like it was a very tight knit community, and it was a space that for like artists, like a comedy, music, like artist space and stuff. So it was like we always had events and everything. So it was like a really like I knew everyone. So I have lifelong friends from that place. So that's where I met her at first, and then like 8 years later or something, we started to dating. Yeah.
Why did so much time go by?
Well, I was in a relationship, and also she was just
That's
a friend.
the secret child.
Yeah, the secret child. No, we were just friends. I mean, she was just a friend. It wasn't like we were. It wasn't like we were like almost like gonna see each other. She was just some person who I knew was a friend, just like anybody else.
Yeah.
But then I guess when the time came, and whatever, then we just like started dating. Yeah.
How do you typically approach someone that you're interested in?
I feel like it's like I usually get to a point with that person where it's kind of like doesn't even need to be said. I feel like you can feel a vibe from someone and vice versa.
Like chemistry.
Chemistry, yeah. And I feel like, you could tell if someone feels the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think at that point it feels just organic to like, you feel comfortable to speak your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like instead of like putting it out there, like you really like someone, they have no clue, and you're like, I gotta tell you something, or just like, be outwardly acting in a way that would include them into like, if you're not just gonna outright say it, then to just give all these, these signs or flirt or whatever you got to do. It's just like, I don't know. I just think you kind of know it. Any relationship that I've been in that was like more than just whatever, like just even more than was always just like a mutual thing that just was like. Oh yeah, you could tell we both felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you believe in zodiac sign love connections?
I don't.
I love that there was a whole thought there, and then no.
Because I kind of like want to believe in things, I started seeing this guy.
Yeah, tell me more.
So let me tell you about another secret.
He was a Virgo.
No. So a pal of mine, she recommended this guy who he used to be like like a NASA engineer, like this super smart guy. And then he like started to study like feng shui. Is that how you say feng shui? Feng shui, F-E-N-G. Feng shui.
It's like where things go for like good vibes, right?
Yeah, it's like I think it's be like the way in which you set up, your living space in order to flow and like take
That was a much better description.
to absorb everything, the energies that like are to maximize energy and to put yourself in a position where you're living your best, like, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And this guy became like some crazy expert in it, and he over years he developed his own system of like projections and numbers and stats, and it goes by your birth date and time and all that stuff. And it's not horoscopy, as he explains it, but it is just understanding literally like coordinates. He gets the coordinates of where you live and like the time that you were born, and he basically can tell you, not like reading the future, but like when you should be thriving, when you should say yes to things, when you should say no to things, like that. And he kind of
like a psychic almost.
but he's not a psychic. He'll say that. And my friend's telling me this thing, and she's like, her and her guy, and she was like, you don't understand, like he told us this and he was right. And for the last 2 years, he's been right about everything. And she went down this list, and apparently he's booked up. Like you can't even see this guy for like a year. And he's like, he does this. He's hired by CEOs, corporations, like huge A-list actors, and like people like, and like, he's like known, and like, and he has this track record, this amazing track record. So I had a lot of big decisions to make and some big life things coming up. And so I met with him.
Oh my God.
I know, right? And he immediately like, and I was like, look, I'm not like hook, line, and sinker. Like, I'm like, this feels like, if anything, it'll be interesting. I'll see what he has to say. I'll take everything with a grain of salt, but like, you know, and me and my lady too. And so we went, and I got to tell you, this guy starts reading. He got all of our information, and he starts telling us these projections and when things, and he starts saying things about us and our relationship and things in general, and bringing up some dates that he would have never known. And like, again, not psychic, but he said all these things that like immediately resonated. So it was like kind of weird.
Yeah,
it really was. And then I followed up with him again, and there were some things that I have a follow-up due now, because like there were some things that were like supposed to happen and like they didn't, not happen, but like it's hard to explain. He's like, between this date and this date, you're going to see a surge in like this like opportunity or money or whatever. And like, it's weird because it like happened, like, you know, so I don't like, so all this to tell you that I don't believe in like, in like horoscopes or anything like that. But like, I really like with all my might want to believe this guy can read some type of like, I don't even know what it is. Maybe it's like a biorhythm. I don't know what it is.
Well, did he
Energy.
help design your place or anything?
Yeah. So he also tells you like, don't live there.
What?
Because I was building a home. And so he reads it and he tells you like which way to face the home itself, or like if you already live there, like if you should be living there, if it's bad energy or not, or like how to then how to arrange the house and what to have nearby and like all these different things. So I'm still like in the thick of this with him, and I was like, I'll get a follow up with you, because I have this follow up with him, because I want to be like, well, what happened there? Because you said, you know, and I just want to see like what comes of it. But yeah, but like I'm not above like, you know, like listening to like you know. But this was a really cool experience.
That is cool.
Yeah, and it's wild. He takes out this system, and there's like numbers. It's like a beautiful mind, and he's got all these like it's just something he developed over time. And the thing about it is that the reason why he's so successful and gets paid and like all these is because he's accurate.
That, you know, it's weird when things are like that over and over and over, like the accuracy about something.
Yeah, it was weird.
It does get a little weird, and it's like, how much of it is true? You know, if he's like doing numerology, and he's like,
and he goes, he brought up 2 dates in the beginning. He's like, I don't know what these are. He's like, something, this date and this date comes to the forefront of my mind. And the 2 dates he said were 2 significant dates, specific dates that he would have no idea that they were significant. And I was just like, and that was one of the first things he said. And I was like, hold on now. All right, let me listen. And then he's like, you're going to had no idea. This was like months ago. And he's like, around this time, and he pinpointed like a 3-week span.
Yeah.
And he's like, I see like something here happening in your career that is like, it's going to be like a bigger moment, or something big's happening here. I don't know what it is. He had no idea that I was even doing a special. And he named the window of the time that my special was going to be released.
Man,
this was like,
ooh, it gives me chills to think about.
Yeah. And this was like, I mean, like 6, 7, 8 months. Like he did it that far. Like there's no way.
He could have
No
known.
one knew but me. And like he said, and I'm like, oh, wow.
So it's not like it was like online where he could have searched.
No, and I didn't even tell him anything. I didn't say that date you said meant anything. And I didn't say, oh wow, like that's what my special. Like I just kept it all to myself until like the end because I didn't want him to take cues from what I was saying. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like,
you didn't want to give him any ammo. You're like, if
Right.
you're going to be real,
Right,
you
right.
need to like know some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
And then he
it
ended up
was
knowing
pretty-
some shit.
It was pretty impressive, man.
Man, that is crazy.
Yeah, and
Well,
he's-
now I need to know what happens with that follow-up call.
Yeah, I'll let you know.
How much screen time? This is like a way different question.
Yeah.
When you're on a date with someone, how much screen time is appropriate?
0.
If someone pulls out their phone, it's a red flag.
If they need to be like, oh, I just need to just check if I got a text, like or something, like, something important.
Yeah.
That's fine, you know. But if they're just like on their phone, isn't that weird to anybody?
I feel the same way. I'm like,
Yeah.
for our date, like, get off your phone. Wait until we're like together and
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
like, where this is more casual and you're not trying to like impress me, you know?
Yeah, I mean, if it's contextual, if you're like, oh, I got to show you this or something, but like, what are you saying? Like, I'm eating like a chicken wing, and I look over and they're like just swiping. No way. No
How
way.
do you feel about a TV in a bedroom?
Yeah, I get why you wouldn't have one, but I have one. I mean, I don't. You know, I sometimes I need it to fall asleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not like in there watching TV or whatever. But I do know that as I'm redoing the new space I'll be in, I probably will either have it like hidden, you know, or like one of those like ones that look like art.
With a picture frame around
Yeah,
it?
and that's just for my mental clarity.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Is this a new house that you... So, hold on. Let's go back to the Zodiac sign guy. So,
Yeah.
he told you not to move there when you were building a house. So, did you go somewhere else?
No, he didn't tell me not to move. He got the coordinates and then told me to like move it a little bit this way.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, no joke.
And did you?
Yeah.
And has anything happened?
Well, I don't live there yet. I did it theoretically on the plans.
Okay, so it
Yeah.
wasn't like they had to
I don't
move
live
the
in this space.
foundation.
No, I don't live in this space yet.
Okay.
So that's why I saw him when I did. Because
you
that
were
wa-
building.
Yeah, because that's that time for him to be like,
Yeah.
no, don't put that window there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was like, bad window.
Yeah, he's
Do
like-
not go.
He's like, what is this? I'm like, a door. He's like, not anymore. It's not.
That is so incredibly funny.
I'll let you know how it goes. I mean, I'm still. By the way, I think the place is like cursed because like I found it 3 years ago, and I'm still. I thought I'd be living there right now, and I'm not even. I didn't even begin yet because I had so much. Don't ever. This is like I was like, you know what? Save money my whole entire life. I've never really. I live in a condo right now. Like I'm like, and like now I have the dog. And now it's time to have a place.
Yeah.
And I looked around there, but it's so hard to like find a space that like I don't know. I'm so particular. And so to find a space that exists already from someone else that didn't need a lot of work done, that would need what I need out of it. I did a lot of searching and I found it really hard. And I was like, well, why do I need to like, maybe I'll start looking for an old place that I could knock down and make my own.
Like kind of renovate.
Yeah. Or just build.
Yeah.
Renovate or build, you know, and like add on to it. And then I was like, so I started searching like that. And I found the craziest piece of land. And I was like, this is right. And so I started this journey of like building from scratch.
Yeah.
Like literally conceiving the house in my head and working with a team to like make it. Oh, like, and we developed it over like a year. Like we met every week and it was like, they would go away and come back. And so it was like a crazy fun process, but I would never do it again.
It sounds exciting and exhausting.
It's completely exhausting. And then at the end of the day, things didn't go right. We had to switch people on the team and like here I am and I thought I'd be living there and like we didn't even like do demo work on the old home yet. And it's been 3 years. And I thought I'd be living there like a year already.
So when is it going to be done soon?
I have no fucking clue. What? Like I feel like I'm at least a minimum of 2+ more years out because they say it'll take 18 months to build. That's a complete lie.
Yeah.
It'll never happen. So then figure 2, but we didn't begin yet. Like at the end of the day, when this finally when the dust settles on this thing, I'm going to be like, have been working on this thing for like 6 years or some shit like that. Like, and is
this a mansion? Are you building like a huge
No, it's
house?
not necessarily about the size of it, although it's, it's a decent size, but it's just like, it's all the permitting and the bidding out and like the pricing it and like all the like inflation and interest rates. When I had this idea, the interest rates were 3.25 and there was no inflation. It was like it was like the back end of COVID, like late 21.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? That's when because I was gonna move to like the Manhattan. I was like, just a, you know, and I was like, I want a yard with a pool
Yeah.
and a fireplace, and like I want to have, I like hosting.
Hell yeah.
I like host dinner parties. I have people over. I like people to come out of town, stay with me as long as they want. And so I was like, I'm not gonna be able to do that in like a space in the city.
Yeah.
And so we found this piece of property and everything. So I started, you know, but like at this point, it's just been like, it's kind of nightmarish. Yeah, because it's like, it's so expensive too. Like you don't realize any little thing you do, any little thing is like costs so much money, and then there's a trickle down effect and everything. And I'm learning all this as I go.
Right.
And so like in hindsight, I have to stay the course now because I'm like too far into it. But I'm still like, it's been hanging over my head, and we didn't even begin. So it's like, not, you know, I just hope that one day I'm like, I am sitting in it and I'm like, it was all
One day?
it was all worth it, you know. I'm all feng shuied out.
Your daughter's going to be going to college.
Yeah, really. So, but you know, well, I'll have to check back in with you on a lot of
Yeah,
topics.
I feel we're going to have a second date.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, really quickly, I'll do a little tasting menu. So you just say the first thing that comes to your head.
yeah.
Are you an alpha or a beta?
I don't label.
You're an alpha. Shower or bath? I can't. You're not a beta. Come on.
No, but I don't subscribe to that at all. Like,
What do you mean?
I'm whatever I need to be whenever I need to be it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like, whoa, I'm a guy, or I'm not like, it's just like, you know, it is what it is. You know, like some people are like, oh, he's sensitive beta. It's like, no, some will be like, no, actually, to admit he's sensitive, that's not a beta. You know, I don't get caught up in that.
Okay.
You know, like I don't want to label myself either of those things. I think either of them is kind of like, why it's so tacky to label myself an alpha.
We'll scratch that question off my menu. Now I don't want anyone to feel labeled.
No, I don't give a shit what anyone else feels. You know, like for me, it just feels weird for me to be like, well, you know, historically I'm alpha, but I have beta moments. So. It almost feels like you're like, are you a tough guy or a pussy? Like it's like, I'm just me. You know, like yeah.
What's your favorite car?
Car, like the model of car that I've owned, or like just like in a
general.
fantasy world. I don't know. I'm not. You know, I don't know. I've had some really shit cars. You know.
Yeah.
I had like 5 cars that like just stopped while I was driving them before I got my first new car.
Well, would you go for a classic car or like a new model?
Oh yeah, I love a classic car. Yeah, I like a classic car.
Yeah, classic cars are cool.
Yeah, I like an old convertible. Maybe like an old convertible Mustang, or like an old pickup truck or something, like a really old one, you know, or an old Bronco, like a really old Bronco. I was gonna buy like a refurbished one.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Broncos are very Texas. I feel like when I see them, I see a lot of them in Texas.
Yeah, yeah. But I'm not like a car guy per se.
Yeah.
You know.
Do you take the subway a lot?
Yeah.
Most of the time in New York?
Yeah. Yeah,
I feel like that's like such a perk. If we had a subway, I'd be on that subway all the time.
I mean, you taste piss when in the air, but yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
but you get used to it, right?
In the summer, it's rough. In the summer, it's
With
rough.
the heat and the steam down there.
Yeah,
Ugh.
yeah. And then there's some, you know, unsavory types.
Yeah.
But you know, a good subway experience is nothing to shake a stick at. You know. You know, when you get
It's like
when
entertainment
you get
down
when you
there.
get good timing, you know, you get down there. There's some great music going on. The thing pulls right up. You get on the seat. It's ice cold. All of a sudden, you're on an express you didn't even know. You get somewhere early. It's like $2. It's not bad.
Yeah.
You know, there's pros and cons down there. you
Yeah.
know. But then there's also, you know, then there's just like I said, it's also like you literally taste urine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why people just decide to use the bathroom down there. There's so many other corners.
They use it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, over in New York, they use
Yeah.
the bathroom everywhere.
Just like giant.
Well, do you
toilet
take
bowl.
the subway when you go?
Of course.
Yeah.
But I love the subway.
Yeah, I mean, a rush hour subway, though, when you're packed in like sardines and everybody's touching each other and everything,
Yeah.
that's fairly gross to me.
I feel like I've just gotten really lucky and I haven't spent tons of time in New York.
Yeah,
So whenever I'm going somewhere, it's usually I'm just hopping on and off.
yeah.
But I've missed a few subway, like a few of them, because there's been so many people trying to get on that I just have to wait for the next one.
Yeah. How's your subway acumen?
Oh, I don't know what acumen means.
How are you as far as like routing yourself in the subway? Like, 'cause it could get a little tricky navigating, like getting
Yeah.
off at like a main hub and then trying to find like the connecting line.
yeah.
And understand if you're going uptown or downtown. And
I spend a significant amount of time
yeah,
like understanding which line and which where to go. When I get into the subway and I get on the trains, I'm golden.
Right.
My hardest part is finding which side of the street
Yeah.
is the right side to go down. That fucks me up.
Right.
Because I 100% of the time will get on the wrong side of the street first. And it's almost like, so I leave 5 minutes early just because I expect.
Yeah, you gotta just you. That's good. That's smart that you leave a little early.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's my hardest part.
I
about
could
the
see it for
subways.
someone not from New York. I could see it being pretty like maybe a little overwhelming.
The north and the south side, or like
Yeah.
whatever. And I don't feel like it's clearly labeled.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not. You're right.
Sometimes it's not. So I'm
Yeah.
like, no idea where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
No, but if you're from New York, it's like a necessity. you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask you my dessert question. How did you propose to your wife?
I did it. She just wasn't expecting it. We knew we knew we would get married. It wasn't like a shock that I proposed or anything, but she just didn't know like when it was coming. And then it was just like in the summer, and I invited both of our families over for the evening for like dinner and to just hang out, which is not uncommon.
Yeah.
But I invited everybody knowing that I was going to propose to her. Before they got there and we were cooking, I just proposed out of nowhere, just in our kitchen, in our home, because it's like, I like making memories in the space that we live in, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, I thought about it for a while, where I would do it, when I would do it, and how. And then I just kept coming back to, I think it'd be special to do it just very organically at home where we live, where we, can see where it happened every single day. Like, what I mean?
Right.
Where our families are and everything. So I just did it. We were cooking. I just did it in the kitchen, and she like was a complete shock. And then like 20 minutes later, family started to arrive, and no one knew.
Oh, so you did it before the family was there.
And so as they all came in and in groups, we'd be like, we surprised, we got
oh, that's
it was
so
nice.
cool.
I had asked her parents first,
Yeah.
but I don't know if they knew exactly when I was doing it, but I did ask. She went away on a trip to like India or something, and I had them over and asked them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And where did you guys go on your honeymoon?
We went to Australia and Fiji.
Which one did you like more?
Two different things. Australia was just like, Fiji was on the way home.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, let's get that tropical thing in it. But in Australia, we went to like 5 or 6 places, and it was unreal.
Really?
Yeah, we went to like, we went to the desert and all that stuff, and we went to the coral reef, and we went to like Sydney and Melbourne and all that stuff like that.
So you really did Australia?
Yeah, we were there for like 3 weeks.
Oh, wow.
Well, I wouldn't go there. I would not fly there if I wasn't going to be there for like at least 3 weeks.
It's so far.
Yeah, it's too much. And then what's so funny? It's like honeymoon, right? So it's like, okay, we're going there. First class tickets, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's our honeymoon, right? But it's freaking Australia, so the first class ticket is like a little bit. It's unreasonable.
Yeah.
And we get on this plane, and my seat's broken. Right? It's a massive plane, and it's sold out. And I get there, and I go to sit on my seat, and it's completely uncomfortable. And I look, and the whole entire cushion just comes right off, and there's like springs and stuff. And I'm like, wow. So I like rang the bell before we took off. I'm like, hey, my seat's broken. That lady's like, oh, and she's like, let me get somebody from maintenance. And then they send this guy over. He comes in like a little orange vest. He's like, oh, all right. He leans down. He's looking. He's like, yeah, there's something I could do about this. And I was like, okay, so what does that mean? He's like, I get moved, and she's like, there's no other seats to move you. And I was like, this is my honeymoon. Is a first class flight ticket that I bought to Australia. Like, what are you gonna do? And she's like, I'll give you some blankets. And then she lifted the seat and put the blankets in the springs, and then she put the seat like on top of it. And I had no choice. It was like a 16-hour, 17-hour, whatever the flight was. And I just sat on this seat that caved in completely with like springs right up my asshole.
Oh no!
Literally for like
you weren't supposed to get fucked on the flight.
Yeah, exactly. And then like 3 hours into the flight, she comes home. She's like, "We're just really sorry. We'd like to offer you something." And I was like, I thought she was going to be like thousands of dollars back.
Like
and she gave me a bottle of cheap champagne
Oh my!
that I didn't even open.
God.
Like I was like, "Oh, thank you. This should do it." Thank you. Oh, you know what? This springs feels less intrusive right now in my fucking asshole, and it'll be great. I was gonna go through the whole thing of like calling, and like I was just like, I'm not doing this.
You did it.
I just let it go.
I think I would have called.
Yeah.
I think I would have.
I know, it was like the price of a Kia Sportage.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I would have been like, hey,
Yeah.
This was a big deal. You guys,
I don't spend money. Like, that's crazy. That's stupid. Even
That's
if you make
why.
good money, like I can't, you understand what the dollar means.
Yeah.
But it's like, I worked my whole life for this. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm an adult. I'm like in my 40s. I'm like, I'm going to spend this money and I'm going to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And then the seat was fucking broken.
Oh, I would have done exactly what you did, only I would have called afterwards and
You
I would
would've,
have been
yeah.
like,
I just kind of like didn't want to. It was so disappointing that I didn't want to live in the space anymore.
I understand.
You know?
I really do. I
I got there and I was like, I'm off and I'm putting it behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I took the spring out of my asshole and I just.
Well, thank you so much for coming on my
Yeah,
show.
it was fun. It went so fast.
I know. I would love to have a second date with you. I need a recap
Yes. we will do that.
on this guy and what happens with your house.
I'll recap everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll let everyone know where they can find you.
Yes. So I'm on tour right now. It's called Everything's Fine. It's a brand new hour from the special that's out right now. So if you've ever seen me on any of my tours, you have not seen this material. SalVolcanoComedy.com is my website. It's called Everything's Fine Tour. And then my special right now is called Terrified. It's on YouTube. Check it out. It's free. It's fun. And
Yeah. Well,
I'm still touring a little bit more through August with the guys from my show, the Jokers. It's the last leg of this tour that we've been doing for 2 years. So you can see us through August. Those tickets also at SalVolcanoComedy.com. And the new season of my show, season 11, begins on July 11th.
sick.
Yeah, man.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Guys, thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
First date, baby.
Are you really drinking a glass of milk with dinner?
First date, I can't wait.
You told your mom about me?
Just say you're ready.
Delete my number.